And we must be live, apparently. What's up, Blue Wallers? Welcome to Blue Wall Confessions. I'm Jeremy Kitts, the usual, I guess, host, if that's what you'd call it. I don't know. I'm here with Vince Herman, MMA trainer. That is mixed martial arts for the people that don't know what MMA stands for. Oh, yeah, you got to turn that stuff down.
Just did.
Yeah, we can't have no sound on it. Where are we at here? I feel like should I do like the Jon Stewart thing like he does and like throw his pin?
That's up to you. I'd
If
say get
anybody
the
watches Jon
topic
Stewart.
of discussion out of the way. What are we going to be discussing
Oh,
today?
wait, first off the bat, in case it might already be too late. We might have already said something. But for all you minors out there, this is an 18 and older program. This is adult talk. This is adult time. So this is your time to leave right now.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
and you parents out there,
don't let your kids watch.
don't let your kids watch. And then if your kids watch and they see something or hear something that you don't like and you get pissed about it, then that's your fault because you should be keeping a better eye on your kids. Although we decided the other night, kids are sneaky.
Definitely. Who was on the show for that? Was that Deacon?
I think so. Yeah,
Right.
I believe so.
Seemed like a boyer topic.
Deacon. Yeah. And then we also have something we want to shout out coming up on May 19th, the Cystic Fibrosis Walk. My good friend Jamie Jackson, it was her cousin Stacy died. It's called Strides for Stacy. Is it a fundraiser thing that she does?
Yes.
And she spends I swear it's probably 3, if not 4 months every year
Raising
money for this. Like she puts a lot of time and effort into this. They've already had an auction and something else, I believe. The walk is on May 19th in Chillicothe, Ohio, Yoctangi Park. And before that, there's one more chance to help out and donate it's called Stand Up to Cystic Fibrosis. It's some stand-up comedians, Michael Moore and Ace Allen. It's at Gibby's in Circleville, 121 West Main Street, right there, right off of 23 when you pull into Circleville. And the doors open at 6, and it starts at 7. I always want to say fights start at 7 every time I read this, but
We've been doing the fight thing a little too long.
Apparently so.
And you have to
doors open at 6, fights start at 7.
Exactly.
No, there's no fights. It's all
maybe.
funny.
We don't know yet.
It's all funny. And
alcohol's involved.
It's for a good cause. And even though the doors open at 6, Gibby's is open before that. I'm sure you can go in. They have good food.
Attractive waitresses.
And oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you
Well,
that was the best part of the Chinese auction.
maybe
You're
on
not
your.
single.
I mean,
you're not single, so I'm just saying.
But that doesn't mean that I couldn't think that a girl is attractive. But if it's you, man. It's not me. I'm not. You're the ladies' man. You walk in, you're Rico Suave motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what they say. Not really at all.
And
I do better than I should, but not well enough. But
but that's another chance to pitch in and donate to the Cystic Fibrosis Strides for Stacy. It's all in Stacy's honor.
I'll be there on that night. I'll be at the event, so I'm not doing any stand-up or anything.
All the single ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not gonna join. You're not gonna do like
my stand-up is. I usually sit down when I do my stand-up. So.
Right. All right. One even better part of that day, April 20th.
What's going on? Go ahead.
The Earth Gathering at Yoctangi Park in Chillicothe, the same place that the walk is going to be almost a month later, but it's the Earth Gathering. It's Earth Day or something, right? It's close to Earth Day. Maybe it's the closest weekend day to Earth Day, and that's when they're having the gathering. They have vendors and stuff down there. They're playing music all day. They're talking about recycling and conservation and things like that. And then, you can go hang out at the Earth Gathering at the park on April 20th, 2013, and then go up to Gibby's in Circleville and watch some funny shit.
Yeah, unless you're too far up north. And then you can go to Fredericktown for the fights. Lancaster Academy of Mixed Martial Arts has a couple guys fighting on the 20th. Tyler Bostic, a couple other people. Actually, Johnny fell off the card, but
What promotion's that?
that is EAC, Extreme Adrenaline Challenge.
Okay, yes. And right, who all's on your card from there?
Just Tyler Bostic.
Oh, the other you
Yeah,
lost
he's
the other
fighting
fight.
Johnny, his fight fell through, so it'll just be Bostic at
All right.
185.
Fredericktown?
Fredericktown, it's at the high school. If you go to our page, I'm sure all the information's on there.
And Tim Isaac is also fighting on that card.
Yeah, from Scrap House / Comma.
Right. Tim's a good friend of mine. He's training with me. He's moved to Grove City. And he's been training up there with those guys, but he comes down still and cross-trains with us at Kama, which is another cool place you can go and check out. If we got stuff for probably everybody in the family, with like Zumba, mixed martial arts, the youth warrior program.
Women's Combat Fit.
Well, yeah, the women's combat fit for sure. And there's definitely results in all of those. You know, if you're just wanting to get in shape or if you want to learn how to fight, whatever.
I actually won a punch card to your gym at the Chinese auction. And I'll be giving that to a female that lives down here so she can do the combat fit.
Yeah.
It kind of, yeah.
That'll work.
Sounds like a plan.
And then she'll bring friends. That's great.
Hopefully.
Spread the word.
That's the plan.
They're loving it. The combat fit's really working and we're having results. And that's all I got. I don't know. That's all the intro. That's all I got. That's the show.
That is the show.
That's the show. It's over.
6 minutes in. All right. Basically, if you're online and you can actually see us, then you need to be sending us messages, ask us questions.
Yeah, on the Ustream, there's a message board.
Or on Facebook if you can see us on Facebook. Do not text. He doesn't want anybody texting.
No.
Distracts from the show. He doesn't have the...
No texting. We don't have any tech support. That was tech as in TECH
yeah,
type.
Marlena's working, so she can't be here to...
Yeah, our
give me a
tech
hard
support or Google searcher is working. Because we don't get paid to do this shit.
Nope.
But whatever. We're going to talk to you guys and have some fun.
I just came down because I didn't go to the Kid Rock concert. I was going to go to that,
But Blue Wall Confessions or Kid Rock?
That's
Blue
what
Wall
I said.
Confessions.
Like I've seen Kid Rock 3 times. I'm like, and stuff. And
I'm going to go confess on the Blue. So, what's your confession?
I don't know.
We were trying to debate last night. Should we have each guest has to do a confession because of the name?
Yeah. Well, I think I wouldn't confess anything, but I would probably answer questions.
You would answer questions?
I think so.
Oh, like people
mind.
want to message in.
Yeah,
some questions.
if somebody comes up with the question, like a friend of mine on here asks if like what you can ask, I'm like anything, yeah. So if somebody asks me something that's inappropriate, I'll probably just answer it. So I'm not that shy. I just don't want to put it out there unless I have to.
Right. You can go to Facebook, facebook.com/Blue Wall Confessions, like that page and keep up to date with us. Also on Twitter @Blue Wall Confess. 2 S's. This confess always has 2 S's, right?
Yeah.
Or not? Yeah.
I mean,
but I had to cut it short. It wouldn't let me put confessions in there, so I had to come up with. That's all I could do.
Yeah. How do we get the? I can't see if anybody's posting anything on there or not. Or you can. Warriors on or not?
No, that's yesterday. Did you hear about that dude that he had a what's it called when you have a sex change?
A sex change?
Well,
transgender?
like they're not a transgender.
No, it's
Is it a transgender?
Yeah.
Like he had his junk cut off.
The fighter chick.
Mm-hmm.
Fallon Fox.
Fought 3 chicks, beat the shit out of him.
I'm sure he.
And then they found out. Then
And now she
probably still had his balls whenever he did it.
I think they got rid of all that. I think,
but he just got the surgery.
She's like doesn't think she should have to tell.
He's a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a woman. Like
no, you're a fucking dude. You got dude legs, dude arms, dude chest. Well, you might have boobies now, but that's not fair.
Dude bones.
Yeah.
That's the main part. Like,
yeah.
you got dude bones and you don't rag.
I don't know. the rags a little. I don't know if that's necessarily an issue or not, but generally men are stronger,
could be an
especially
issue.
at the same weight. It's just not fair, regardless. And then it's shady as shit to think that it's funny because it's all over MMA.tv, and she is still like, I don't think I should have to disclose it. It's a little too late. Everybody knows who you are now,
Right. And you're beating the shit out of women.
yeah, that's illegal.
Yeah.
usually.
And okay, you don't think that because he doesn't have a period, it doesn't matter. But here's another question: do you think women try to plan their fights around their period? Like,
Yeah, they definitely
wouldn't
do.
that would suck if they had a fight on a period, and like
Cyborg missed weight because of that, because of
Really?
bloating. Yeah, maybe that's a reason. Maybe it's because she's a big ass dude too. But
yeah, that could be.
that could be the reason. But I think when the fight before she fought Gina Carano, she had missed weight, and that was the excuse, was because of bloating, holding water weight. So that's something you don't have to worry about. So that's lucky for you. And I don't fight, so I don't have to worry about any of that. I eat pizzas and drink beers, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, Christine Cyborg Santos, this chick, 145 pounds.
Slash 170.
Oh yeah, 170, like this big ass chin,
Yeah.
and she's
Google
ripped out. She looks like a dude. Yeah, guys, Google Christine Cyborg Santos. Or Justine now. She got divorced and
What?
changed it. But yeah, her husband Cyborg. What was his name?
Cyborg Santos.
But his first name. They had this. That's weird. They had the
I
same
think it was
name.
Chris.
It was. I think it
Chris.
was. Was
And
it?
she's Christine.
But he got tired of her screwing him.
Like literally screwing him, or
effing him, yes. And
explain yourself a little
divorced
further.
her.
Do you mean like she literally was
Maybe
screwing him,
she
or
was like maybe
she's
she
famous and he wasn't?
Well, he was popular before her, but yeah, then all of a sudden they juiced her up and she became famous, or she built up. I'm not gonna say she. Well, she did
good,
get busted,
but he was never on the
right,
level of,
right. But then she passed him,
Yeah.
and
I mean,
and then she
I knew
won.
yeah, he's the wife.
Yeah, and then she wanted to strap one on, and bang him.
No, I think you're
and he
making
had
shit
enough
up now.
of this.
I think you should put a disclaimer.
That's
on
my
that.
theory.
That seems like you're.
Yeah,
making
that's just
something
my
up.
theory.
I'm gonna make sure I remember his name correctly. But
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's Chris. It's
like
like starts with a J.
I don't know about no J. Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you. Oh, your phone's going off, guy. Evangelista. That sounds more feminine than Chris anyway. Evangelista Santos.
Evangelista Cyborg Santos.
Yeah, they're both Cyborg, which is very unoriginal. The best thing about Cyborg was when Van Damme had a movie called Cyborg. Other than that, not a fan. Dropping shit.
Van Damme, yeah.
You never seen? That's one of his
dude,
better movies. Dude.
I was
before
like
everybody was on his
13,
nuts.
12, 13 years old. I was like Bloodsport had come out.
Yeah.
That made him big, and then that's all me into the my bad.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then Kickboxer, and then Lionheart.
Yeah.
And then-
Legionnaire, and then
But no, what were we talking about? Which
Universal Soldier.
Cyborg? It came out like either between Bloodsport and it was right after Kickboxer. Bloodsport, Kickboxer, and then
it was the.
I think
Sure. It seems older. I'm not sure, but
it was pretty old. But so is Bloodsport. It was like 1991 or something, wasn't it?
yeah, I think Cyborg came out after, but was made before. It was cheesier, like it was cheaper.
It was
made.
still good.
No, it was awesome.
Did you ever see this? What was that movie? Something like Eagle or something called The Eagle, or Van
Who's that?
Damme was a bad guy in it. He played like a real tiny part in it, and he's on the boat doing splits, throwing these
He's doing
knives.
splits and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah,
dude.
that was his move. Like that's his trademark. He had to do splits and like. And like put his
keep knocking your shit
put
down,
his
though.
legs up like
Yeah.
higher than his butt out to the side.
Yeah, he did
doing
that in
the splits.
Kickboxer before the dude hit him with a coconut. Cyborg, he's in a hallway, standing above him, stabs a dude in the head. It's pretty good. I'm gonna find that.
And he had
Yeah,
the
yeah.
thing over his eye. No,
He didn't. He had all eyes.
that was Universal Soldier, right?
Yeah.
He was in that too. But
They redone that shit about
Dolph
5 times.
Lundgren, did you ever see Red Scorpion?
I seen it on Netflix and jumped right over that shit, but I never watched it. Was it any good? By that, that was semi-sarcastically. I'm just
Yeah.
asking your opinion
Well,
of it.
I was a kid, and he was the Russian out of Rocky, but he was actually playing a good guy. So I was like, yeah, it's Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, I have trouble.
Red
I
Scorpion.
have
He's
trouble
got a
rooting
red
for.
scorpion tattooed on his chest, and he's got like this, like high military, almost a mohawk. cut,
It's like a high and tight, but too damn skinny.
But yeah, a little
What?
skinny.
Double impact.
It was
That's
like
what's
a
up.
not so mohawk double impact.
That's how you put yourself in a
Van
movie
Damme.
twice and not get.
That was a good one though.
I don't know, but
I do not wear black sequel underwear.
have you seen the JCVD? He actually had a movie about himself. It was called JCVD.
Yeah, I heard
Pretty-
about this. I have not seen it though.
It's-
But he played in it.
Yes, he did.
I did.
He
not
said
know.
no phones.
Yeah, somebody's texting. Who's texting? If you're watching, and you're texting.
It's Josh Dollard. So
No texting. You can interact on ustream.com
Yeah, you gotta
//
you got to
Brew Wall
sign up for
Confessions.
UStream and then type on the sidebar there. And as soon as Jeremy realizes it, he'll read it to me, and we'll go from there. So I'm still trying to find the damn movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
What? Which movie?
Oh shit! The Order. Black Eagle's what you're talking about.
Black Eagle.
88, Cyborg 89, Kickboxer 89. So Cyborg was technically before Kickboxer, but
What about Bloodsport?
No
That was
Retreat,
90.
No Surrender was before.
Holy shit! Really? That
Yeah.
movie? What was that movie about? I remember it
Not
somewhat.
retreating and not surrendering. It was shit. I don't know. I remember. My brother's all into this shit. Hopefully he's watching this. My brother Victor. He's a
Victor, if you're watching,
Get on it.
message on the
Yeah.
Ustream.
Cyborg, Kickboxer, Lionheart, Death Warrant, Double Impact. Where in the hell is the other one? Bloodsport. Where the hell's Bloodsport? Oh, there we go. Bloodsport. Bloodsport's the OG. There's no. It was breaking. He's in a
When
first
was
dance
Bloodsport?
sequence. Bloodsport's 88. Black Eagle 88. Cyborg 89. Kickboxer 89. Lionheart 90.
Is somebody
Somewhere-
texting?
Yeah, obviously.
Hey, people, don't text Vince Herman right
They
now.
got to do it right now.
And if you're not watching this and you're texting him, then what the f?
He said, "Sorry, kids. When he
Oh.
types something on the screen, the audio goes away. So I understand his. That was
Oh,
my
really?
dilemma. I was having issues with that as well. So
Well, some people had said that they can see it and not hear it, and some people said they can hear it and not see it. So, I don't
personally,
know.
I'd probably rather see it because we're both good-looking dudes. So I'll go with that. As far
Okay,
as hearing
dude,
it, we haven't
whoa,
said
whoa.
anything yet. Yeah.
I'm glad we have about like 2 feet between
Yeah,
us
we got us
because
a
that was
gap
getting a
here.
little.
little homo there, but it's all right. Marlena's already on that anyway. She's a haterade. But what? Okay, I'm done with Jean Claude.
Oh, all right. What are you on with? Dolph Lundgren?
Yes.
He-Man. Did you ever watch He-Man? Dolph
Yes,
Lundgren.
Yes.
Did you?
They're fucking. Speaking of that, my brother had a fucking quote. His buddy Keller, he was dealing with some female at the time he was dating.
This is
and
Buddy Keller.
It's Jeremiah Keller. His
He's this guy.
Yeah, he just is comically funny. Like sometimes he has some bad shit going on. So he's dealing with a woman that's probably running through some shit. This is probably more than 10 years ago. So probably 15 years ago because it was probably relevant to the story. But he's like, she's running through the dirt, and he's like, I am the master of my universe. But he was not because she was just dogging his ass out. But like he tried to man up and act like he was in charge of what was going on between him and her. And yeah. So, master of the universe.
Is all right, off the subject, do you have allergies?
No, I'm not allergic to anything.
All right,
I think I'm allergic to alcohol. Whenever I drink
I don't know
a lot
if it's
of it,
just me or what. I don't have any allergy medicine. I feel like I was dying today, and so I did that neti pot. Have you ever done a neti pot?
I know what it is. I had a broken nose since like 8th grade, so like I want to use it because my
Oh
shit's all
yeah,
jacked
I
up.
can't. I have to have nose spray, like with me, like emergency shit all the time, like because my nose is like, it goes in like an accordion. Right, like you know what I mean. Like it's
From
been
getting
broke so
punched
many
or what?
times.
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say.
I've had my nose. I never have been diagnosed from a doctor to have my nose broken because it's like pretty straight here, but inside
I'd say
it's
mine's
like an
off.
accordion.
You can see, like, if you look up, you can see where mine's
And it
off
goes
to
like
the side.
and it goes like
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
That yeah. So I'm pretty certain my nose has been broke, but now it's like I could get punched and it accordions in. It comes out.
Oh, it's like they soften it up. That was nice of them.
Yeah.
No, mine is
It kind of hurt when it happened.
like
but-
I think it's 8th grade. I fell into my ice, hit my face right into concrete, like on bricks. Like I'm just like cracked it back into place. That might be why I don't breathe so well. Probably have sleep apnea. I'll die early. But at the time,
You just fell and
it was
did
cheaper
it.
than Medicare. I didn't have Medicare. I was
So-
in 8th grade.
After you did that, then you decided to get into fighting.
That was way. I don't even know how I got like getting into fighting. That was way later. I never even fought in high school. I'm pretty chillax.
Did you
kind of
watch
person. I fight
Jean-Claude Van Damme movies?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 33.
So you're my age pretty much.
Yeah.
When you were like 12, 13, Jean-Claude Van Damme was the shit, right? Maybe even 11.
Yeah.
10 for you maybe. Yeah.
I don't know the age.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Were you a fan though?
Yeah, definitely. But I was
Were
probably
you
more
were you trying to do the splits?
about half-assed because I couldn't do it. I'm not very flexible. I can kick above my head this way, but no.
I watched every Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Not ever. Don't lie.
And
I'll pull 'em up and I know
I'm
you can
sitting
pull.
there in the living room. I'm stretching, like all night, every night. I got to put Van Damme on. Then I'm doing stretching and shit. Like
Yeah.
I'm in 5th grade.
Do you wear like a little loincloth like you did in half the movies?
I probably had my shirt off and
Yeah.
some shorts on. Like I probably had some cut off sweats to make it look like I was in Kickboxer when he had the
Yeah.
little. No. Probably had some spandex on like in Bloodsport. That's
Yeah,
probably what I
definitely.
did. Because I had some of those too. So I'm out there like doing my stretches. Well, I could do the splits. I could just jump and boom. I could do them.
Yeah, I can't.
And I can't now. No, I
Because
can't
you quit
now.
doing it.
Oh yeah,
you
I
fell-
know.
You fell off the routine.
But-
he didn't fall off the routine. His ass like 60 years old, and I'm sure he can do splits because that's what he's famous for.
Yeah, but I could do them.
Muscles from Brussels.
But I can't now. But they say for like grappling that it's more practical to be able to bring your foot towards your
Yeah. See, I'm not
face.
flexible at all,
than-
but like I can push my knees behind my head, and that's more
right,
effective
that's
for
more
grappling
practical.
because you
Like
can switch arm
when are you
bars,
gonna do the
try
splits?
No, you're not. If you need
Really?
to kick somebody that's a foot taller than you in the face, probably
That
should be fighting
helps.
his ass anyway.
I mean, it
Yeah.
helps to be a little more flexible then, but not like grappling wise. You're gonna be crunched up in a ball more than doing the splits, right?
Yeah, that's not useful. Not that I could do the splits to prove the point, but
But yeah, so you're doing like you're a Van Damme fan.
dude, I tell you what, I rewatched Karate Kid like a year ago, maybe a year and a half. That is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
I think I was more of a Karate Kid fan than Van Damme. Obviously, Van Damme is. You rewatch those, they're not as good as when you rewatch something like actually is a good movie. And Karate Kid's still a good movie.
Did
They-
you
They
ev-
still rip it off today with new movies of ripping it off. But
Yeah. Did you ever notice on the Karate Kid at the final when he fought Johnny Bad in the finals that did you ever notice what they're fighting on? I saw Karate Kid a couple months ago and it looks like Strike Force octagon I mean it's like hexagon or whatever shaped. And it looks like Strike Force, like red and white, has a big fist in the middle. It reminded me of Strike Force, or like they have 6 sides, but it's a big cage, right? Strike Force,
yeah,
when
I
they
believe
had
it's 6 sides. They wouldn't have had 8, or they would have been shut down even earlier.
right, yeah. So, but it was a big, and that's the shape of the mat on the Karate Kid
I
in
don't
the
recall
final.
that. I don't recall that, but
It is,
well, I'm sure it is.
Google it. Look it up.
Google that shit, but
it is.
Google me. I'm trying to think of that movie. What was the new movie they just Fighting? Is that
Uh,
the one that's basically a rip off of the storyline of Karate Kid? You go through this guy trains you for this thing, and then you end up fighting the Richie Rich kid at the end. And
I don't know. I didn't see that, but the Karate Kid really is, and just the first one. The second one, I
well,
like the third one better than the second one for sure.
it's one of those things where you make something good, you can't just let it go. Even if you make 2 more shitty ones, there's so much money in movies
Yeah.
that
How-
you can't like, oh, it's too good of a movie. I can't make another shitty one. Just
Yeah.
'cause that's
How
good.
many movies? How often is the sequel ever better than the original? It's not very
I
often.
actually argue with somebody on this. Not sequel though. remake.
Terminator. No, okay, remake, but Terminator 2, that blew the fuck out of Terminator 1.
But what that goes to the remake thing. It's not a remake, but technology is the reason it blew it out of the water.
Yeah,
It wasn't a
yeah.
storyline.
Well,
Now think of like
yeah, maybe.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
definitely.
Terminator was the shit whenever it came out. I
Yeah,
remember.
but I mean,
When did it
Arnold's
come
walking
out?
around in a leather outfit, punching people in the face and shooting them with a shotgun. The second one, Liquid guy, is going around stabbing you with shit he made up. turning
Arnold's
into
a
other
good
people.
guy.
It's a little bit more, yeah, it's a little more complicated. So it's the technology you made it a million times better, and the
Right.
soundtrack was badass.
But it
Had a
was,
good
yeah.
soundtrack. So
Yeah, the original one was pretty fucking creepy. You know, he's coming at him like just a silver skeleton metal robot from the future.
yeah, even
Terminate. Terminate.
even Terminator Salvation was actually pretty good, but it's because it was
Is that the third one? Or
no, that's the fourth one. I
they
think.
had a fourth one?
Yeah, it's like the one with Christian Bell where he went nuts on the.
I don't think I even seen
He got
that.
so you
Did
need
it
to
come
watch
out on theaters?
You need to Google him. He was so into the role that somebody like he's doing his little acting thing, and somebody's like made a noise over there, and he blew the like guys over making coffee or something. Like he's not important. He's not part of the movie, and he just fucking blows up on him, telling him how like it's on.
Did you
It
see-
got recorded. It's amazing.
Have
because-
you seen The Fighter? Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale?
Yeah.
Christian Bale played the crackhead brother or whatever. Like he got into that. Did you see how scrawny he was?
Yeah. Do you know who Christian Bell is? You need
Yeah,
to
he's
watch his ass.
Batman.
Well, no shit, he's Batman. But before he played Batman, he was in a movie called The Machinist. He was down to 145 pounds.
Yeah, I've seen
And
that
in Batman,
movie.
he was 210.
The Machinist.
That's
Is
a
that
sev-
where he was like the magician? Like no, that's the Illusionist. That was something else. What?
The Machinist is where he's like sleep deprived and he thinks he's doing shit and he's really not doing it. And then like he just starts withering away because he's never sleeping, he's never eating, he's having hallucinations. But like he got like he was like 165, 170 when he was looking like a skinny crackhead and fighter. He was like 140 something, like ribs all in,
Yeah.
like for real. He
I
takes this shit
remember
serious.
that.
He
Yeah,
takes it serious.
I mean,
and then
jeez.
he swung it to Batman, 210-pound Batman. Like that was the next movie he did. It wasn't like 5 years
They get
later.
paid.
Yeah,
That's all they have to do is do that. I mean, it's not saying their job's easy or anything, but you know
It's easy, but nobody can do it except them. I mean, that's the thing people don't get. Like, oh, why do they make so much money? Because your ass can't do it. If you could do it, then nobody, they wouldn't be doing it. Everybody could do it, nobody'd watch it. It's
right.
So-
Yeah. He's fucking Christian Bale.
you got to be a little crazy to be able to do that kind of shit. So
Right.
I really wish we'd get some responses other than the text. Dollar.
Yeah, here we are.
There we go. Now, there he is. That's my dude.
It
That's,
is, yes.
That's Ginger.
We got you,
Bush.
Stollard. I'm
That's
probably
Ginger
3
Bush.
minutes late. I'm sorry.
Yep.
But yes, thank you. It's true about the cage floor and Karate
I
Kid.
respect
It looks
that,
like
and-
Strike Force.
Yes. All right. Hey. Back to that. Circle around. Back in the day, Karate Kid was out the same time, or I was watching Karate Kid probably 15 million times, the same time that UFC came out on videotape, which that meant, hell, I might have been watching it 5 years after. I don't know when the fuck. You'd have to research my life history on that shit. But in my basement in my house where I lived in Shawnee, we were in there just we get down, no boxing gloves, no nothing. I smoked a kid in the face with a fucking crane kick. When we're down
Because you watched Karate Kid.
yeah, but I'm saying, like, the reason we were fighting is because we were watching UFC, and, like, I was guillotining people before I even knew what it's called. About broke my sister's neck with a guillotine. I've been a mean little prick for a minute. But I'm not shitting you. I fucking hit somebody in the face with
The crane kick.
Yeah,
Did you do your arms like that?
Well, I mean,
too?
it was a quick one, but I'm saying left foot up, right foot to the mouth. He fucking fell down. He went home.
Like
Because we're like 10 or 12 years old.
Machida style.
Yeah, if my brother's on it, he needs a post on it. It's because I went like we're dicking around and it's all hot as fuck because we're 12 years old acting stupid. I go in the kitchen, get a glass of water. I'm like, oh, power water. So which is basically the equivalent of alcohol now. But take a big chug of water, go out there. He comes in to do something. I jump up, kick him square in the mouth.
Just for the F of it?
Well, that's what I do. You met me. What's the first thing I did to you when we hung out? Elbowed you in the face.
Yeah.
So I mean, I
Right
wasn't
in my
mad at
eye.
you. That's
Like,
just what
really?
we do. That's
like
what-
really, dude? You just elbowed
I elbowed
me?
you in the teeth. I think was it teeth or nose?
No, it was like on my eye right here.
Okay, yeah.
I think I was like, oh my god, you just cut me. Probably, you know.
Nah, I was like, you're not
my
bullied.
eyes
Just
swollen.
grab a beer. It's cool.
Like whatever.
That's really, I mean,
So, speaking of like this fighting, like
Mr. Ramey, how you doing, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, you need to get back in the gym.
This Herman is the most interesting man in the
Yeah,
world.
the Sucky's guy ripped me off. My hair's not that gray, but I get down. It's all right.
Okay, so we got on this big loop. Somehow we got into movies talking about you liking fighting and Van Damme or something, but we're
Yeah.
talking about you getting into fighting.
How I got into it originally?
Yeah, like you said you didn't do anything in high school or whatever. Like,
Well, I came from a school that had no wrestling, and then I moved to Lancaster in 10th grade, so that's like an awkward age of not really trying to make any friends. So I just half-ass played some baseball and didn't get. I should have gotten into wrestling, but after that, the Rough Man. It was called Rough Man back in the day. Did you fight in Rough Man or?
Tough Man.
Well, this was
I
called
fought
Rough
in
Man.
Tough Man.
Man's boxing. Rough Man was like open palm strikes and grappling crap. But they also
Like
mixed
pancrase.
Yeah, they mixed it. It's because
In a cage? Pancrase
Um,
in a cage?
It depends. Some had a. Well, most of the time I fought in a shitty boxing ring covered in other people's blood. But what is the blue cup? You know it's in the blue cup, though. Don't worry about that. But it's Blue Wall Confessional. I have to have a blue cup. But back when I fought, no weight classes, none of that stuff. It was they'd have some of the matches be boxing, some of them be MMA. But I watched them at the fairgrounds. So I was like, I might as well try to do that. So then I went and trained with my buddy Luke for 5 minutes or whatever, because he'd fought in the Rough Man before, where it's like you didn't even tape your hands, nothing on it, and he always fought like he was a spandex kid for sure, spandex, long socks, and just looking like a total goofball. But and I just didn't think it, like at the time I wasn't like most people, like they're just ridiculously violent criminals and they have to hit something so they feel better. I just thought it looked like fun and it wouldn't be too out of hand. So I did a couple of them. So
And then,
nobody
how'd you do in those? How did you do in your first ones?
guillotines.
You won by guillotine.
Yeah, because people back then couldn't fight for shit at all. So I'm in the back and I learned how to jump rope, and I had gloves, and I could throw straight punches. So I'm back there just warming up, throwing punches. Thought I was a boxer because I'm jump roping and throwing straight punches.
And you're gonna like palm straight punch them.
What?
Are you talking about your MMA fights or those pancrase like fights?
No. Yeah, I was right when I watched it was when it was switched, but like it switched over to gloves when like you had to have gloves. But you brought your own.
Okay.
You could bring whatever. Like some people had like these little 3-ounce gloves that are ridiculous. They shouldn't even be allowed to fight with. But I had some Chuck. I had some Chuck Norris. You remember the Chuck Norris bag gloves, the metal piece?
Yeah.
This is how
The
cool
fist
I am.
pack.
No, I cut the fist pack out. Like cut the fist pack out, cut the thumb out, modified it so like. Because I wanted to grab people. I didn't even want to hit them. I never hit anybody in my fights at all. Not one person. But I'm in the back. It was like a pole barn. So I'm back there smoking the I-beam. Just, because they don't have no heavy bags. They don't have no mat. They had like a trash bag fucking blocking you out. Like it's hard blocking you out. That's all they had. So I'm back there like, doom, 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 doom. Just because I have nothing to hit. My brother was my corner man. He has no experience in fighting. Still doesn't have any experience.
It's just kind of like a tough man, like people just going in and doing it.
Yeah,
in a cage. Or a ring.
Mine was a ring in Lancaster, but the cage. You remember the cage we had at our gym, like before we got our new one?
Yeah,
that was the cage they were using back in the day before all this shit.
Was there an athletic commission then?
No,
there wasn't. Was there a sanctioning or?
No, it was
okay. So that wasn't considered an MMA fight.
The weigh-in was like. It was NHB. If you watch my little crappy video,
no holds barred.
Yeah, it's like, oh, my name's Vince Herman. I'll be fighting NHB tonight. Blah blah. That's all I said.
Okay.
And
did you fight? So how many times did you do that?
Twice in Lancaster, and I did a boxing one in Circleville. I lost a decision, but like I'm 140, fought some big Mexican guys like 170, and I suck at boxing. I didn't get decent at boxing until like. Well, I'm still not decent at boxing, but I hit people more. But
well, that makes me wonder. Like you said, you're just worried about grabbing. Well, obviously that was a long time ago, and your boxing has probably gotten better.
Oh yeah,
but
I figured out boxing. You don't really get better at it; you just get tougher. So
when was that when you did that?
2004.
So yeah, not a lot of people were very good grapplers at the time. Did you have anything?
No, well, I grappled my brother, who's like
you just wrestled around like you teach.
Yeah, he was 100.
So it's like a tough man.
I had a general understanding of your arm's supposed to go this direction. If I make it go the other direction, it hurts, I quit. Or if I crush your neck shut, then you'll quit. Like,
that's in general. Like that's what you have to.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Any way you can do that, right? You don't have to go by the book. If you can cut the blood off to the brain or bend a joint the way it doesn't want to go, however you can do it, that's a submission. It doesn't have to have a fucking name.
I can thank my brother for that because I've been like, You've seen my brother. He's quite a big deal larger than me, so I practice on him. So
And then you just went and choked these guys. How quickly did they try to take you down?
yeah.
And then they
But
try to take you down though.
I said I'm back there warming up like I'm
They
fucking
thought you were
Muhammad
gonna-
Ali and shit. So I come out. Here's me. They shoot. I'm like one arm guillotines on both of them because people back then weren't like they didn't.
Yeah, they're
know.
just
They
looking
couldn't-
and
they
like,
couldn't-
yeah, look at me. I'm
They
just
couldn't tough it out. The first dude, way bigger than me. I have video on. I don't know if I have video in a second, but the first one, like, he just shoots in, shoves me up against the fence. Or it was a ring, so I keep my ass in the thing. He can't pick me up. Can't pick me up. I pull guard, choke him out. He taps out like a turd or whatever. I get up and like I have a look on my face like I don't like they give you little medals back then. I literally get up,
Yeah.
no words, walk straight out, walk out, and he's like the video is still of him and he's all pissed off walking around like, and they're like calling my name. I'm already halfway back to the locker room because I just came here to choke somebody. I didn't come there for little shitty medals. They had to bring it back to me. That's fucking funny. And my second fight, I come out. Rob Wentz was actually the ref for it, bull rider, and he's like, "Hey, you got your cup and mouthpiece?" Like, nope. I'm like, I had to send my brother back to get my mouthpiece because, like I
And a
said,
cup?
yeah,
You didn't
well,
even
that's
have
the
a
thing.
cup?
Like, people don't realize now, like especially in our position, having people under us, that's all the shit we're doing. They, if we just let them do whatever they want, they'd be coming out there. They wouldn't have mouthpiece. They wouldn't have a cup. They wouldn't even know where they're supposed to be. They'd weigh 190 pounds for 145. You need people doing that. But when I fought, I didn't have that. I just, we're supposed to be there. Okay, I show up. Like I didn't have weigh-ins to be like, do you want to fight that guy? And I'm like, okay, I don't even-
Let's fight.
yeah, whatever. But the second dude,
Not for
same-
money, just to fight.
Yeah, well, my first fight was listed as professional. My second was listed as amateur.
Did they pay you?
No. So
Well,
it means I'm
then,
not a fucking
Were you-
professional.
was it a tournament?
No. It was just one and done. Dude, I wish I could go back in time and beat the shit out of everybody that fought back then because nobody was any good. It was fucking amazing. But I'm serious. They really like.
Why didn't you?
Why didn't I go back in time? I
Or
haven't
no,
developed
why
the
didn't you
technology
do it
for
when
that.
you were there?
Because I didn't realize that. You know.
Now
how it
you
is.
know. Now you.
Yeah, now I
yeah.
know. Like,
well, obviously
really,
they
really,
didn't
yeah.
fucking know.
No, I'd be like, 135,
Okay, but
145,
you-
155, 170, 185.
Right.
I'd fight all those guys. Now.
You didn't know then.
No,
but-
because
are you saying go back and knowing what you know now?
Yes.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
I'd be like, yeah.
It would be so easy.
It'd
It
be-
was. I mean, not every fight. There's going to
It'd be
be
pretty
tough
easy,
fights,
though.
but yeah.
if they're above
when-
200 pounds, they get tired. If they're below 200 pounds, they're not tough. So it's like that's all you'd have to remember.
right.
And like I
mean,
said, the general overdoing this so long, you build
And
up a certain
then-
toughness.
and then going back like so far back, if just knowing submissions is enough.
Yeah, like a shitty guillotine.
Like a Hoist Gracie,
Yeah.
like
oh, dude,
like,
when you rewatch his shit, you're like, I ain't a black belt, dude. That guy's fucking worse than I am.
yeah.
I don't wear pajamas. It's he like I'm sure he's a black belt, but when you watch him, you'd be like, that is a busted ass arm.
Hoist
That-
Gracie.
Yeah, versus like Jason DeLucia. You look at that armbar, it's like, why the hell didn't he just get out of that shit? The legs weren't in the right position. His feet are crossed. It's all stretched out. No,
Like
you
he
look
was
at
getting it because the guy didn't know what an
That's what
armbar
I'm
is.
saying. That's why I did
but
those guillotines because
but
they didn't know. They thought they were gonna die.
his
because
technique was still bad. Is that what you're saying? Like
Yes.
that. So it's obvious he wasn't doing good technique. He was fighting guys that don't know shit.
So they quit.
So he was
before-
probably a
now-
white
now,
belt
I mean,
then.
now if you put somebody in a guillotine, doesn't like if they've trained at all, you damn near have to kill them before they tap.
So-
Back then, it's like, oh yeah, I'd give up. Especially like triangle.
right, right.
You look at his triangle and he's trying
Are-
like chemo and shit. It was like weak sauce.
Hoist Gracie's first fight in the UFC, Art Jimerson, UFC 1.
He tapped before he got hit.
He tapped from mount or
Yeah.
something like that. Just
It was-
mount
yeah.
or back control on
It was called.
flattened out.
I think it was called like bad position or something. It was, like, it was literally
Tap
like,
by bad position.
I'm not, it was something
because
silly like that.
he had one boxing glove on. Art Jimerson, it was a
you know why
boxer.
he had one boxing glove on? 'Cause
He thought he was gonna jab the shit out of him, and he wanted to have that hand protected. It was on his jab hand.
Yeah,
he thought he was
because he
gonna
had a
jab
fight
the
coming up.
shit out of him.
Yeah.
and hit him one good time with his right, and it would be over. And he never threw one punch in that whole fight.
No.
Eh,
Hoist Gracie's currently suspended.
What for?
Fucking.
Old?
Actually, his last fight, he got busted for steroids. So
God.
elevated.
Did you- so-
elevated TR?
Did you
TR
know like when the original UFC was like Holes Gracie or something, or Horion Gracie? One of the
What, the
Gracies was
creator?
part of it, and Art
Horion.
Davey,
Horion.
and Art
Yeah.
Davey,
Or David, another dude, yeah.
and they wanted the Gracies to represent the jiu-jitsu style of fighting, and they want, and so like Hickson's
dude.
the beast.
Yeah,
he's the beast
yeah.
Gracie, like supposedly 400 and something and oh, and that's in jujitsu and MMA
and
or Vale Tudo.
and fighting in the underwear in the sand on the beach.
Yeah.
He beat up people on the beach too. Like
Really? Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
but supposedly
You never seen that? There's actually him
No.
and a guy that fought in one of the early UFCs, Duarte. Him and Duarte, that apparently that guy thought he's badass. He fucking takes him down on the beach, and they're in like speedos because it's Brazil. And just beats shit out of him, chokes him out.
like Hickson Gracie is he's the
Bad
beast of the
position,
Gracie.
sorry.
Bad position was the
That's
submission.
TKO,
Art Jimerson.
Bad position.
He just
211.
tapped from because they didn't know anything. He was a boxer. That's all Hoist Gracie had to do was lay on him and to beat him.
If you look back in the day, there's some interesting one like chin in the eye socket, Mark Kerr, like
but
tap from
back to
Yeah, sorry.
Hickson, that he was the guy, but they were like, well, Hickson's a beast. Like compared to a lot of the other Gracies, he was built like athletic looking, and he is athletic. And the other guys were lanky.
He was retarded flexible too. Did you watch it? I borrowed.
Oh yeah, I've
was
got
it
that
Choke?
movie Choke.
Yeah, I borrowed it off you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's
The other
it's
one's
great.
Henzo's movie's better though.
But he's an athlete. I mean, he's really into what he does. If you've ever seen that movie Choke, Hickson Gracie Choke, you need to check it out. It's a great movie. But he's the beast. They didn't want this because he looks like a beast. They didn't want him to represent him. They wanted a more frail looking guy, like a lanky guy, like Hoist Gracie. He was like what 170.
175, but not cutting. It was just that's what he was.
Right, and like not
He's
as
a
imposing.
55er.
They wanted a less imposing representative so that they could really show look, our like less imposing guys just beat you, and that's why they chose Hoist over Hickson. They were gonna do Hickson, then they chose Hoist, which nobody knew submissions, and that's all he had to do. He had
And
to
that's what's crazy because like when Shamrock was there, that was his thing. He was a submission guy, but like he juiced up and over. Like he didn't think that it was possible. That's why he got choked out. And then like as soon as they tapped, he like tried to beat him up right after. He's like, "Oh, you tapped and we saw it. You got to quit."
Oh,
now."
speaking of old guys, Tank Abbott, his daughter is
I saw she
the
was in some-
first female pit crew in NASCAR. Female.
What
pit
she
crew.
look like? I know. I didn't click on it. 'cause
She was
I-
surprisingly good looking.
Yeah.
I
Well, he
kinda-
probably got some tell back in the day from like, hey, you're UFC, I'm kind of tough.
I'm a big tough guy,
Yep.
and if you don't go home with me, I'm gonna grab you by the hair.
Yeah.
He doesn't even talk with a hick voice though.
No, he doesn't. He's actually from California, so
Yeah.
he's the original
He's a
Beach
pit fighter. Tank
Huntington-
Abbott.
Huntington Beach bad boy. He's the OG on that. He hates Tito for stealing his nickname.
Yeah, for people that don't know, Tank Abbott was this big bar fighter from back in one of the early UFC. Well, he's fought in more recent ones, but
He's
in the
lost more than he's
earlier
won, though.
ones, like
Yeah.
within the first 10 UFCs, he fought. And he was the first guy actually to wear gloves. Those MMA, he wore Harbingers, I think.
Yeah.
Padded gloves.
Which
in
are
a
basically
fight.
like my Chuck Norris ones. They just
Right,
say Harvey.
right.
Dude, those man,
That had the
I
bar
really
thing
blacked
or-
out the Chuck Norris on it. It was Chuck Norris and red stitching on mine.
But he
I still have
he
them.
was the one. He was the first one to wear those gloves. But that's what he was. He was a brawler. He's gonna come in and just swing. And he actually submitted a guy using his weight against the cage.
That's back when people just didn't know any better.
Yeah, he just pushed this guy's face up against his cage and used all of his weight and submitted him. Who was that? Was it just a guy we don't know? I would probably know the guy's name though.
I'm gonna tell you in a second.
One of those early-
Oh, back to the Gracie thing. If you're
Uh-huh.
gonna watch a movie, you need to watch Legacy, the Henzo Gracie movie. He's
Legacy. I
yeah.
haven't. You were supposed to let me borrow
I
that.
thought I already did.
When I let you borrow Choke, we were
I
supposed to
thought
do a
that's What
swap.
happened? I couldn't remember. But overall, he's the most likable and probably one of the tougher ones. Like he didn't come across so douchey. Like so.
Hickson.
No, Henzo.
Oh, Henzo.
Yeah, like that Choke movie. It was kind of like the early UFCs. It was designed to make him look like a badass. Henzo's isn't that. He's just. It's like somebody's recording him. He doesn't know it. Like he's like this shit. He's real. He doesn't screw around. He's amazing. Like he's just really funny. Like it shows a video of him like losing to Sakuraba. Like
He
dude
got
breaks
his
arm out of
arm
place
broke.
and he's like, and they go to his little wall and he's got a thing on it showing that he lost. And he's like, I didn't tap though. Like
He didn't tap.
he didn't tap. He's like,
I saw this highlight on somebody posted on Facebook or something the other day of, and I shared it of Sakuraba,
Yeah.
and like I've got a bunch of videos like old.
What are your thoughts on him?
I love him.
Do you think he's as good as they make him out? Do you think he got screwed by the fighting everybody when he shouldn't have, or do you think it's just? I mean, where's the fine line? Because some people, they build him up to be like the best fighter ever. Obviously, he's not, or best fighter ever wouldn't have that many losses. Also, the other half of it is he really fought out of his weight class a lot.
He did,
but Japanese people don't cut weight. They're not weight cutters,
right?
So, like him fighting out of his weight classes.
He was
him
fighting 185. He could probably be a 170.
He fought heavier than that too.
Yeah, but he fought guys bigger than that. He fought like Igor Volchanchin. Like he
like
fought
240.
Quentin Jackson. He submitted Quentin Jackson. Rampage. He submitted him, but I liked him because he was so entertaining.
Yeah,
he was he was.
You know why he was
sneaky
entertaining?
Good because he was he was a pro wrestler and he's so used to competing in front of a crowd. Yeah. Even though they know what the outcome, but they do stuff in front of crowds and they're used to be entertaining and being in front of those crowds, and that's where those Japanese guys are more exciting to watch. A lot of them, or those guys back then in Pride. I always thought Pride had the most exciting fights. But they also didn't have like steroid regulations and things like that as well.
Well, that's like you'll see everybody got smaller when they came to the UFC, and certainly and they quit being able to knock everybody out because they weren't fighting people wearing wrestling masks and they actually have wrestling credentials. So, like, yeah. Well, now we got a couple questions. So one was Boyer throwing out some knowledge on you. He said he looked up your armed dolphin story and it's made up.
The armed dolphin dick?
I don't know about that, but he said it's made up.
All right.
And Stoller says the story shows your age, Vincey Poo. Obviously, I don't know what age it shows. I don't know if it shows that I'm immature and I'm 7 years old, or the fact that I'm telling you a story from 15 years ago means I'm a certain age. Yes, Stoller, I got it. I'm old. Got it. And is there anybody more of a douche than the Diaz brothers?
Somebody wants to know that.
Yeah, Mr. Josh Dollar. He wants to know if is anybody more of a douche. There are, but some of them are local. Some will leave them out of our mouth just because there's no reason to bring them up. They're not famous. I don't want to help them out. But yes, they're definitely bigger douches. But Nate's done okay. He's kind of flew under the radar. But Nick has used his douchiness to get him into fights, but also out of money. I mean, if he would just, you don't have to be like Rich Franklin, Matt Hughes, but if you would just act like you realize you're getting paid to do this shit and actually show up to the stuff that you have to show up to, he'd make a lot more money. He'd have sponsorships. He'd probably be sponsored by a marijuana company because he's a little pothead.
Well, cool. I think they're both as bad, as bad as
Nate
each other.
Nate is under it because he doesn't. He'll give you some of these. He doesn't give you motherfucker that. You know, he gives you a little bit of that. You know,
he puts them down. And
no, I mean it's just like his fingers are small.
Is that a West Coast thing?
I don't know, but like he's a lighter. He's Nick Light.
Like I like to think that they do that to sell that image and be the bad guy or whatever. But I think they're really like that.
They really are.
And maybe they would be cool if you're their bro and you're out on the bike trail smoking a joint or something with them. Maybe they're cool dudes. I don't know, but
I haven't seen any stories of anybody saying that they're actual douches though.
Right.
What we get to see from, it's not like you hear a story and like, oh yeah, because he's a douche. No, we see them being douches on TV, screwing up opportunities that seem like they're handing you really good opportunities.
But being stupid about it.
Stupid, like making people not want to help you out. But then you'll never hear anything bad about them, though, which is odd.
Right.
Because now, like, other people, you heard the opposite. Like, Matt Hughes does everything right, and people are like, he's a dickhead. Like it's odd. But I've never heard anybody, like, on MMA.tv, like, man, I met Nick Diaz. He's such an asshole. Well, they never say that. Probably because he's really relaxed. Because
maybe when he's not fighting and he's just really chill outside. Well, he's a douchebag when he's fighting.
He can't separate it. He thinks they're fighting. Like GSP thinks it's a sport, which it is. But you can see like he doesn't shake hands. Like you saw when he came out. Did you watch the interview after his last fight?
Yeah.
He came up 40 minutes late after he said he was done. He wasn't coming in. All this shit. But
and then wanted a rematch.
Oh yeah. Well, that ain't even what's funny. He comes in and he's like, you guys sit next to each other. You're gonna be fighting and shit, talking to Johnny Hendricks. Like, I can't even do that. Like, he literally takes it that serious. Like, yes, you're fighting, but it's still a sport. So, like, and Johnny Hendricks is playing the part right. He's happy as shit to maybe get a beat up GSP because he knows he's gonna get paid a lot of money. A lot of people, a lot of sponsors.
He could catch GSP with one shot
and kill him.
and put his ass out.
Yeah, GSP's not like his
Diaz
his
rocked him like and
They gassed though. Both of them gassed. Well,
you think
later,
Diaz gassed?
he looked like he gassed. He didn't look like he was trying that damn hard. But
Neither of them did,
GSP
really.
gassed in the third. The fourth and the fifth, he was fine again, but he slowed down ridiculous. Looking at the clock, like 2 minutes left in the third.
Because he got rocked a little bit.
I think he's just tired.
He got caught.
Yeah, but what?
Do you think he got caught because he was
What
tired?
confuses me is like Diaz punches about this fast, and it hurts people. It's like I don't understand.
It's technique.
No, his doesn't look that technical.
It's boxing.
It's probably he punches shit all day
You don't
long.
have
He's
to
got
try
little
hard.
karate solid hands.
You don't
and
have to
shit.
try to knock somebody out. You just
Hit the right
if
spot.
you turn your hips into it at the right time and turn your shoulders and rotate your roll your shoulder and all that comes together at the right time.
Yeah.
It's effortless.
Yeah.
And that's it's a technique thing. And
But
it doesn't have to look like you just swung for the fences to knock somebody out. And also, anytime you ever go to try to do that, you most likely aren't going to knock them out. You can hit them hard, but you don't have that snap in your punches
Because
to
you're not
actually
relaxed.
right. You
So
got to
you
snap
pull it
them,
short, yeah.
bang. And so we don't know if the Diaz's are douches. Like I'm not a fan.
Like I said, I'm a fan of some of their fighting and stuff, but I'm not a fan of people that like. I can't remember who. Like, there's a bunch of people on Facebook like, "Oh, Diaz definitely gonna crush him." Based on what? Based on what? Bostic, Tyler Bostic. He's like,
Diaz
yeah.
is gonna crush him.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, if you have watched any other fights forever, then there's nothing in your head. Like, you can root for him all you want, but you shouldn't tell me like it's a fact that he's gonna win, because GSP's made 2 mistakes, and how did he correct those? He beat the shit out of those people. Like, he beat Matt.
He
Serra
actually
to death.
stopped them. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he held him down and kneed him until somebody decided they couldn't do it anymore. And Matt Hughes, he finished twice. That's the 2 mistakes. He made mistakes. He got armbarred trying some shitty Kimura from top or from bottom.
Yep.
And then he got caught
With 1
because
second, like
he
at
got
the
caught
bell.
because GSP is Sarah is like a muscled up grappler. So he's all like grapple. No, he hit you with like a 3-4, 3-4, 3-4, 3 because you thought he was going to try to grapple you. He did not. So the next time, he's like, nope, taking you down, knee in a hole in your side. So for anybody to think that GSP is an underdog in any fight, it's just wrong. Now, can he be knocked out as soon as anybody hits him? Sure. But you don't bet on that shit. If you do, I'll take that bet every time because over the long haul, I win all the money.
If he doesn't,
that's why there's odds. That's why.
If they don't catch him, you mean?
Yeah.
I think how
You think Johnny Hendricks can out wrestle him? Johnny Hendricks does.
is he a wrestler? Is he?
He's Oklahoma State like fucking champion.
He probably still couldn't out wrestle.
No, he couldn't.
GSP,
But
like
what I'm saying is,
somehow.
on paper, he should kill him on wrestling.
Like,
but he will not.
Isn't
Josh
that
Koscheck,
crazy?
Fitch, all those
GSP
people, collegiate wrestlers, nothing. They have nothing for GSP.
GSP is a Kyokushin karate
Yeah.
background guy,
Yeah, and so is
he's
Machida.
like one of
Machida's a
the
karate guy,
best
too.
wrestlers
Yeah.
in the world. Like
Because he trains.
they were trying to recruit him to the Canadian Olympic wrestling team because of his wrestling is so good. He was training with them.
I don't know though. Is that good or bad?
Wasn't he working out with them and
Yeah, he
stuff?
definitely
And
does.
like,
I'm just giving Canada a hard time because they're not known for wrestling.
right. But he's proven that in a world level, though. Still, even if it's not, actually, probably more experienced guys than Olympians in some cases.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe or has he fought Olympian wrestlers? Has he fought anybody that was an Olympic level?
No.
No, but
Not off the top of my head. I can't. I mean, I'll say no right now, but I just don't. I can't think of it.
But
I think Johnny Hendricks will be the best wrestler on paper that he's fought.
still, like collegiate All-American wrestlers.
Koscheck was a
like,
badass. He was
that's-
like 40
yeah,
0
that's-
his last year. Fitch was team captain in Purdue. I mean,
He got cut from the UFC. John Fitch got cut.
now see, he's another one that didn't help himself out. I mean,
Yeah.
I like him. Like,
Yeah.
I just watched his movie. It was actually pretty
He has
good.
a movie. John Fitch does.
Yeah, it was leading up to the GSP fight. It was really entertaining. It was more about the whole setup. So, like, they go to the gym, and it's cool because you see people that you know are professional fighters, but they're not on, like, a John Fitch level. But they're in the same gym, and they're just milling around, and it was nice. It was. Go ahead.
The fight, the show.
What show?
Are you talking about the show? They
It's
have
a movie.
They have a show called Fight Factory, the AKA,
That was probably after that.
and then Josh Koscheck left him because of Javier Mendez or something, and him and don't get along.
Yeah.
And Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's still on or if it had one season or what. I saw
My
some
ass don't have no
episodes.
cable, so I don't even know. I've been watching. I'm lucky. A lady friend of mine from the past let me use their Netflix, so we're cool like that. So I've been watching a lot of Netflix lately. So
I
because I
saw
have
it.
to have internet because I have to troll on people on Facebook and whatnot, and the Netflix has just worked out great. I'll watch like 100 episodes of like a show, and then it'll be cut off in the middle of season 7, and they're on season 10, so I get real pissed. But
So Jamie Brunton,
friend of mine,
uh,
I went
uh,
to college with her
her
like 80,
last
89 years ago.
her last poetry professor trained with GSP.
Holy shit. That is probably the smartest person you'll ever meet. She is.
Oh,
She's
Jamie Brunton.
ridiculously intelligent.
Are you an astrophysicist, Jamie?
No, she's probably too smart to do that. Well, she was a poli sci major. That's as much as I remember. I'm not on her level on the intelligence, but I went to OU with her. She was so smart. You go to school and you have your prerequisites.
Right.
She didn't have prerequisites. She had her own class. Like she's smart enough. She tested out the prerequisites, so she could probably further explain how. I don't know how that shit works. I had to take all those dumbass classes. Like they're like, yep, you know English, you know math, you're good. Like she's reading a book a day and stuff. I'm not on that level.
You went to college?
For a minute, for a couple years. I'm actually going back.
Where did you go?
High University.
Oh,
And I'm actually going back. That's
at Athens.
yeah, Athens / Lancaster.
What were you going for?
Exercise physiology.
Is that where you're gonna finish?
Hell no, I'm going business.
Just business?
Yeah, general. Just I'm gonna go through and take a bunch of random shit like I'm a 10-year-old kid. But business is what I want to do. I mean, because in reality, I want to have a business. I want to actually understand how to get the money I need to have a business and make the business successful. That's That's why I went GI Joe route. So.
And that was one thing I wanted to talk to you about. I was thinking about that was that reason, and that didn't the Army quit paying for college?
Well, they spooked everywhere with that. It didn't affect me at all. So 0% affecting on me. But what it did was it took away
Because
some
you
of
were
the
already
funding.
in.
No,
by
well, not
then.
even that. It was National Guard. Army active was different than National Guard. It didn't affect National Guard at all.
What? They'll fuck the people that are active,
Yeah.
like in a war zone and shit.
But don't worry, if you're from another country and like jump a fence or like get bombed into this place, they'll pay for everything. So you're good. Don't worry about that. But if you actually go out and defend everybody and risk your life, then yeah. No, it didn't affect me at all. That's the main thing people don't understand about the Army is there's so many benefits, but a lot of the people that get into it because they don't have anything else to do. They have no. My ass already had a whole life, so when I decided to join, I made sure I knew what the benefits were, and the benefits are fantastic. So as far as
Right. What are you saying? Like people get in it when they're obviously when they're
18-year-old kids, and then
Right.
when you meet them, you'll be like, yeah, he couldn't get a regular job because he's a little prick. He needs
because
to be
he's
told
a
what to do
little
all the time.
smart. Right.
Yeah, yeah. But when I joined so late that I'm already a grown ass man. I have a house, a car, no dogs, no cats, whatever. None of that. But I'm saying like I don't need it. I decided it was a good option for me. They don't know what they need. They had to be told what to do. So some of them weren't. My buddy Derapita, if he's on here creeping, he's like 18 years old, looks like 13, but there's a different. The maturity level is a difference. But most 18-year-olds are just not very mature. Not that you expect them to be, but
Right.
yeah. So they don't know the benefits. You sign a piece of paper because they're paying you a certain amount a month, but no. I've found out so many other benefits after the fact. So. And Jamie, you are probably correct. I'm probably the smartest fighter you know.
Obviously, Jamie doesn't know
She knows me too.
that many fighters.
Probably not. But yeah, she's my friend. What she's gonna say that?
Jamie, what does Jamie, your friend Jamie, do?
She's a teacher in school, I believe.
She's the smartest person you know.
I think she's a professor. Yeah,
Is she a professor?
I believe. I don't talk to her enough, dude.
Well,
like I
Jamie, you could tell us what you do. If you're so smart, maybe we could have you here on Blue Wall Confessions.
she's not in this state right now.
What? Okay, that's cool though. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, she. Dude, I'm wanting to say she's in Nebraska.
Oh, I'm from Kansas. All right. Well, I lived there when I grew up.
My friend Wynn is asking me why there isn't a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow when I found it. I'm not sure what she means. She's posting on my own stuff though. Gotta respond to that shit.
Yeah, Emil, Levi Emil. He joined the Marines last year.
That's
But
the tiny wrestling guy.
Yep, he's a train at our gym at Kama.
Yeah.
And he says he joined without knowing anything. And he's a young guy.
He's
what
a
you're
prime
saying?
example of what I'm saying. But what the main mistake people like that make is they end up joining. He'll be out in 3 years. He'll get to go to school for free. But then if he didn't realize, about 7 years from now, he'll have some shitty job he doesn't like. And then he'll take 40 more years before he can retire. 40.
Because
if he does this for 20, he's retired.
Right. Okay. Right. But he's
gonna
gonna
38 and retired.
He's gonna do that, right? Is that what
I don't
you're
know what
saying?
he's doing.
He
Well, I'm
should
saying-
do that. Well,
if he likes it, if it doesn't ruin his entire life. The other
the
thing,
thing
is,
is he
with a woman, with a not woman, that's kind of a real.
that matters. But if you're married, like they can live with you on basis, and I think that's what he's doing. I think he's in maybe California, at a base.
Nebraska and almost a professor.
I saw that he's I believe in California or Texas. I don't know. He'll probably if you're still watching, you can let us know.
Post it there.
And he was thinking about doing his time getting out. But yeah, if he likes MMA and he's working for, but he could still do that. Does the Army or Marines, would they let you? No, they wouldn't let you compete.
Yeah, they would.
Really? If you're working like that's his job. He's on a base all the time.
Yeah, you'd have to get into the combatives program and do. He'd have to be in he'd probably have to go through the whole level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4,
the Marines,
and then be a teacher and then compete. Yeah. Well, think about Tim Kennedy. He was active Army. He was
a ranger, supposedly. I heard supposedly. I heard there was some controversy about that.
Well, I don't know. That's I don't know him well enough to be looking up his facts. But do you think it would take that long to figure out that he wasn't a damn ranger? It'd take about 10 seconds.
Right.
And so I'm pretty sure him and his Ranger Up company are legit. And I'm pretty sure
the Ranger Up gear.
Yeah.
But
that's him and a couple other dudes. But,
really,
Brian Stan. Brian Stan was Marine.
So if I would have gotten into I tried to go to the Marines when I was 17. They came to my house, or no, they didn't come to my house. They were going to do the thing where they come to your house and assess you and do some stuff, and then I had asthma, and I let them know I had asthma, and they wouldn't take me because I had asthma, and I'm glad of it, kind of I'm glad where, the route my life went, I guess. But in 4 years I could retire.
Yeah.
In 4 more years, I would be able to retire, and then that's it. I'm on a vacation, and I can do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, that's.
I could run a business while I'm getting retirement or something.
Me, there's a lot of stress that goes into it. All of it isn't getting your head blown off stress. It's just you're around a lot of people all the time, so that would be super stressful. So I don't know about 20 years. It seems like a pain in the ass, but. You had a water. I don't know where your water went, guy. You have moccasins on, though. That's pretty slick.
What?
Moccasins. Your little shoes there.
Is that my water?
It isn't mine. Water makes me sick, so I can't drink it.
My bad, didn't break up.
Break what up? You're good. My friend Wynn, she's actually Army. She's National Guard, too. She keeps sending me messages on here asking me what this radio thing is. I can't tell if she's even watching it. So.
Yeah, are we on the radio, or are we on the TV?
I told her it's
or
like
a
radio. It's
no,
like a radio
bitches,
show.
this is a fucking podcast. No offense, wasn't derogatory, right?
Chillax, it'd be all right. But
just in
my
general.
thing is I describe it like a radio show because this is how people on a radio show act. We're not acting like nobody came and powdered my nose because I already powdered it myself. But that's
I didn't get no powder.
That's what I'm saying. I brought my own. I'm professional.
I bet people somewhere we sound pretty hick. I didn't get no I didn't get no powder.
I'm
sorry if I yelled.
I'm definitely from country big time, and nobody's really noticed that, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Well, I sometimes catch myself are you serious? To myself, I'm like, seriously, I just said that.
Where are you originally from, though? You're Kansas, right?
Well, I was born here in Ohio.
I don't mean where you were birthed. I'm saying where did you actually get your...
When I was 4, I went from kindergarten until basically my sophomore year in Kansas.
Yeah. So Kansas is the reason for how you are.
I assume.
No, it's not an assumption. That's your entire life.
That's where I grew up.
That's your growing up.
I grew up when I was young. We lived in the middle of nowhere. We lived in the country. A neighbor in Kansas is at least a mile. It's at least a mile away, just a neighbor. And I'm out there. My sister was old enough, so she would babysit me.
Yeah.
like after school and stuff like that. But I had no friends. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go to my buddy's house.
It was probably because you're not very nice. That's why you didn't have no friends. I don't
No,
know.
no, out in the I had
Oh,
friends, but
The
it's not.
country. Okay, yeah.
I'm
I got you.
like 5 to 4th grade. I was until I was 10. We lived out there, so I had to do a lot of stuff by myself. I played football in the backyard. I'm the quarterback, the
And the
receiver,
receiver? You
and the
throw-
defense.
Yeah. Who won?
I don't know. I don't know how I ever pulled that one
A
off.
lot of draws in that game.
Yeah,
there?
it probably was like, oh, he's gonna make it. Like then I'm like, I gotta decide. But I always won.
Yeah.
I
And
always,
you always
I'm
lost.
always scoring the
You
touchdown.
always lost.
Yeah, but I was the one that got to celebrate
Your
the victory.
glass is half full.
Mhm.
Mine's half empty. I thought you lost. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is half. But yeah, I always won, and and I had to do everything. I would watch movies, and then I would go out and I'm that movie every day. You know, like I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm fucking John Rambo in the backyard. Actually, I had fields. Like we were in the country.
Yeah. Well,
It's
where
spread
I
out.
live, like you're talking like no neighbors for whatever. I had neighbors close. Then when you added everybody up, it was a couple hundred people. So
The
like,
closest neighbor was probably at least a mile away, if not. I'm thinking 2 miles though, and the roads are just straight as an arrow out there.
yeah. We'll get a couple responses here. We got Josh Dollard. He said not to let me mess with your shoe choice because I wear Jesus sandals in winter. Just because
Right. I
my
have Airwalk house slippers.
Yeah, I actually have
See
tennis
those?
shoes on today. I'm kind of sad about that, but
Whatever.
I wear my sandals are fight wear because sometimes people get out of the first round. And I can't be having shoes on, so I have to wear the sandals when I'm cornering people. And you go to
Jesus sandals,
yeah,
though.
yeah. You go to Cleveland.
I'm with you, Stollard.
Yeah, you go to Cleveland. It's like 3 degrees outside, snow blowing sideways. Yeah, I got sandals and shorts on. That's what it is. I mean, I can't risk wearing shoes and have to take them off. It's not going to work. The sandals are so much more convenient. But I wear them nonstop too, so they're getting tore up. They are tore up like
All right, we got
Mr. Ramey.
Ramey asking who you got tonight, Orlovsky or Johnson.
Well, if Johnson makes weight, do you think he's going to come under the 265 limit, or do you think he's going to miss weight once again?
Right, that's
Yeah.
what we were just talking about. That
Question
like
of the day.
like that's like he should have always been fighting at probably 205
I'd say
or 185,
85.
but never 170. Like never. That's why he never made
well,
it.
I mean, if you can properly cut, like he was younger, so like I think he's grown up, like he's grown into the part where he can't cut the weight anymore. So
Yeah, but this goes to show you, like, he's fighting heavyweight. That goes to show you how
Heavyweight's
big of a
206, though.
guy he is.
I don't know what he weighed in at. I bet he weighed in 220, 230 though.
That's what I'm thinking,
Because when he
but
was fighting 70, they were like,
230
oh, he walked,
maybe, but
yeah. Well, they said he'd walk around like 210.
he's a big dude.
We met him at the Arnold a couple years ago, and like he is fucking huge.
Dude, okay.
He's fighting 170.
That's
and-
where I saw him, and he's huge. And then I also met Vanderlei Silva one time
and he's tiny.
at 185, 205. Yeah.
Well,
It's way smaller than Anthony Johnson.
Yeah, the night we met Anthony Johnson, it was when Jardine was fighting Rampage. So we didn't see Rampage out.
That
in
was
Melbourne.
when I was there, yeah.
Did you go to Rogan?
No, I did not.
Okay, well we saw Jardine at Rogan, and he was smaller than McKee. He didn't look much like he looked like McKee's size. And then we see Anthony Johnson.
I saw him at a party after, I think, that year.
Yeah, but we see him there, and it's just like regular dude. He's like doesn't look tall, doesn't look big, doesn't look nothing. And then you see Anthony Johnson, be like, how in the hell is this guy fighting three weight classes below him? Because he is like super jacked the fuck up. Sorry, language, but super huge dude. I mean, he's just a big.
Wait. Okay.
We never answered.
Okay, since it's been a second, I'm going to remind you this is an 18 and older program.
Definitely. So.
So all minors off of here, and if you're a parent and you caught your kid watching and then you heard an F-bomb and you got pissed about it, that's your fault for not keeping a better eye.
You should love your
on them.
children and actually maybe hang out with them and watch some TV and not let them be on the damn internet.
Yeah, I mean, limit
turn
it
out
or
like
like
me.
block it,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, you can't block this show. It's not that bad, but you should actually know what your kids are doing, though. If they're kids, if they're 17, then whatever. They're probably out getting drunk and humping each other. So it's probably good. That they're
17.
yeah, it's probably good that they're watching this show. Keep them sexless.
Is that what you were doing when you were 17?
Not enough humping. I didn't really.
Drinking and stuff.
I definitely drank. I probably drank when I was like 12 or 13.
But you were trying to hump, but you just couldn't.
I think I was physically capable of it. I just hadn't determined who I was going to try to hump yet. You know, so I did.
When you're 17, it doesn't matter who you're gonna hump.
No, dude, I had better taste back then, dude. I don't know. I don't know how to put it. How do you want to put it? I'm saying I'm definitely have a
Oh, you have
wider.
standards.
I don't want to say
You had
standards. because-
17-year-old standards.
No. I just have a wider variety of what I find attractive now. No, I wouldn't say my standards went down. They just it's a wider variety.
It must be hard being.
I mean, when you were young, you probably wanted like a sports car. And, well, you kind of got a sports car, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? It opens up. You'd be like, well, maybe I don't need that. Maybe this one, it rides pretty nice too.
It must be hard being such a beautiful motherfucker.
It is. I mean, I'm actually not bad looking. I wouldn't say that, but actually, it's I'm funny. I think.
How
funny,
do you? Okay, so you're trained in MMA.
I'm not trained. I'm a trainer.
You're
It's
such a
weird.
beautiful man.
Yeah. How am I single?
And no. How do you non-violently fight the women off that are jumping for you?
Well, usually, like, say, if Ernest is watching, like, say I'm out with Ernest and some girls come up and they're talking to us, and I don't want them to talk to him or me, I'll let them know we're together. So I'm sure I've thrown you under that bus a couple times. I'll just let them know we're together. Like,
Like what? Oh, this is my man.
No, I don't lisp it up because I'm not thinking.
Oh,
I'll just be like,
but this is
hey,
my
we're
dude.
together, and they'll look at me and they'll be like, those jeans are kind of tight, and you have a button-up shirt on, and your hair's spiked up. They might be together. I don't know.
So that's your
And
like together, like
yeah.
like
I don't
homos
grab his
or
hand and
something.
queer it up, but I'm
But
saying
you act like
no.
you guys are together.
Yeah, I just
like
go.
that.
I really appreciate it, but me and him are together. But guess what? We are together. And then they'll see me buy him a drink because usually he'll drive.
So you
me.
pretend to be gay,
I didn't say that. I just said we're
but
together.
well, I mean that kind of you're insinuating now
I know I've done that. I've done that there.
because you didn't want to like the chick was not attractive. Is that what you're saying? Why
Yeah.
would you use that line?
Yeah, pretty much that.
You wouldn't try to like be like
I'm
get
not-
that chick to buy you a drink because she's approaching you. You wouldn't work that one.
No, I usually road pop or pregame enough that I don't need some girl that I don't want to talk to buy me drinks.
So there was some girl that you found unattractive was trying to hit on you, and you act like you were insinuated.
Me, I know this situation. Me or Ernest. I know Ernest has been in that situation. If Ernest is watching, he'll probably. Nice. Mrs. Bratton loves my little. Yeah, it does ride nice. But and Ramey, I have humped a couple things. Remember when we wrestled? I humped Ramey around a little bit, but
You dry humped him.
there was some moisture, but not full on wet, but a little moisture.
Sorry, dude.
No, I wish he needs to get back into it. I don't care if
Yeah.
he fights or not. He needs to be back.
Yeah,
He
we
needs to be
miss you,
part of-
James.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a poker tournament. I'm not sure when yet. That has nothing to do with nothing. But I know he does Thursday night games. He's really far away, so I get like not wanting to come up on a Wednesday for no reason
Right.
when you're not fighting. That's the hard thing about MMA. It's like if you're not a professional fighter, this isn't what you do every day. It's like how many people you have that drive more than 30 minutes to get to your like deal? A decent amount, right? I mean,
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Stollard, he drives from Dublin to our place. That's over an hour.
Right.
Boston, Newark, Durban, Newark. I had people driving from like Shawnee, Straitsville, Logan. I mean, so I get when you don't have it sucks. It's as a trainer, it pisses me off, but I understand why they don't want to be there all the time. It's because literally you won't have a life. You're spending 2 hours a day driving to train, but they need to train every single day if they actually want to get better. But I see both sides of it.
But it depends on how far they want to go with it. If they want to go and go pro and go just pursue it, you got to put it in. You got to make the sacrifices, and you have to do it.
I understand that.
But if
And
you're
that,
just doing it
you've
because
done
you
the
want
same
to,
thing. Like, since we've been associated, like you've been driving up, like you train people here, and then a couple days a week you were driving up for your fights. I mean, and that's a friggin' hour drive. That sucks.
Right.
There's no way. There's no two ways about it. That's an hour up, train for 2 hours, and then an hour back when you don't want to do it. It's so much easier. Like I've never drove more than 5 minutes unless I come down and help you out. But
Right. Oh, we were going to remind everybody that's watching, please share this with your friends somehow on Facebook, the link, and we'll get more people involved and interested in conversing with us. What ride's pretty nice? I didn't get that from this Miss Jamie.
that was my. You missed that. That was me describing how my taste have changed.
Oh.
Like I used to think this is what I wanted, but I've opened up my opportunities, and it's like you thought you wanted a sports car.
Right.
And then you went and bought a minivan. That shit rides pretty nice. It's got a CD player. It's got flip down shit. It's pretty nice. I mean, it does a lot of other shit the sports car wouldn't do. You can fit more stuff in it, and just etc. Double entendres. And yeah.
Right.
But
right.
of all of our viewers, like I said, she's smart. She's probably the only one that got it. The rest of them are like,
She's
I don't-
almost a professor.
Yeah. I don't know what that means though, because I'm
She's,
sure
in school.
dude, she's way past being in school. She's
Well,
probably a
maybe
year-
she's trying to get a. She is qualified and she's trying to get a job.
I think she was teaching for a while before she went to do that. So, but I'm telling you, like she's legit smart,
Right. So,
educated. I guess if you're listening, Jamie, you determine whether you're smart or educated. I consider myself smart as opposed to educated. I'm semi-educated, but I'm smart. Where some things you just generally understand. You don't need to be told. You don't need to be taught. That's what the difference between educated. She might be educated. She might just be dedicated to learning. So what is your opinion? Do you think you're educated or smart? And then that's the question to her. What is your opinion? Yeah.
Oh.
Because she's got credentials enough.
I
that,
think
it's a valid
I'm
question.
more smart than educated.
Yeah.
Is me. I mean, I didn't go to college. I went through all of high school. I graduated, and not even. I mean, I guess that automatically says right, but I still feel like I learn better and I know more from experience than from books or from like teachings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what you
But that would be a
always want to
different-
do.
That's a different question. That's your style of learning as opposed to. That's
But
still
you
your
also
education.
wanna
Your education
always-
is like visual, not
Right,
book.
right. But it also like even in any teaching, anytime you're getting taught, you should always confirm what you're being taught. Never take for granted that is the right way, but never disrespect somebody and be like, oh, well, whatever. That's not it. That's not it. But always consider that might not be the way or the only way or the true story, or how many times have history books changed?
Last I heard, the world's flat. So I mean, that's the last thing I heard.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Definitely.
And then all of a sudden it's round, and then all of a sudden
Then we lost a planet. Which
there's
was that, Pluto.
It's
Yeah,
gone.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not a
Okay, we
planet.
have Pluto now. We don't have Pluto. It's not a planet. It was a
it's
planet,
too
but all of a
fucking,
sudden,
like,
why isn't it?
Just leave it. I mean, apparently it's too
I mean,
small. I don't know.
Or moved too far away, or it's too small, or like,
I
oh,
have no fucking
now we
idea.
have a new categorization of size that has to be a planet.
I'm sure they did.
If we have smart people like professors out there, maybe they could tell us.
Men's don't need no education. I love it, Jamie. That's one I get. Do you get it or not? Let's see if you get it. My buddy Jeremy, I can. He's my dude, but let's see if he's smart or educated. What is the joke in there? That's the thing. Me and her were on a wit level where, like, when you hear us talking, you don't hear it as being a joke. That is a joke. Do you get the joke?
Well, you don't need no education.
Yeah.
You're just a smart motherfucker.
Now, see, you missed the joke.
I must have.
The joke is she used the double negative. I don't need no education.
Oh.
Double negatives. She's smart. Like,
Well,
that's
hey,
the joke. I do need
listen,
the education.
I wanna
I'm telling
tell you something.
You don't
No,
want to
no.
mess with her.
I want to tell you something right now. I live in Appalachia, Southern Ohio,
Dude, she's-
and that looked totally normal to me.
It is. She is.
You don't need no education.
Yeah, Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
we
we
don't
don't need no.
Yeah, but she.
Oh yeah,
she
that's
threw
what
that-
it was. It was a Pink Floyd.
No, but yeah, she.
Quote.
I don't know if she's a Pink Floyder or not, but she did that shit on purpose because I don't need no education. Most of our viewers probably
Stollard
missed
right
that.
here.
What we got for Stollard? What's he
Stollard
got?
right here,
Oh shit! Back to fight stuff. Who has
yeah.
better chance of beating Ronda?
Who has a better chance of beating Ronda Rousey? I don't know who. Somebody or Misha Tate. Who's the Cat?
I think Kat's who's getting ready to fight.
Yeah, but what's
Misha.
her last name? Oh, they're fighting, and then that's right, and then the winners.
Toughen it up.
Right, and anybody watching that doesn't know, Ronda Rousey, the first
Ultimate Fighter.
UFC Women's Champion, 135 pounds, and
Of
they're going to be the of sexiness.
Sorry, I mean,
and going to
shit
be
sells.
the first women's coach on the Ultimate Fighter, and the winner of Kat and Misha will be the other coach. And I also heard they're gonna have men and women in the house.
They better have a dual house. I don't want to hear about no
Exactly.
dumb shit.
That's exactly right.
That'll just throw a bad cast on the whole MMA.
I
thing.
hope that's
And they'll
what
be
they're
like,
doing.
yeah.
They could train together. Maybe
they don't even need to train together.
no, they don't actually.
No, you know what? If you need more people, give them more people that are the same sex. It isn't a sexist thing, but what I don't want to see is week 7, the whole show's canceled. They throw a bad thing on MMA because a guy got horny and drunk because they provide him with alcohol and try to make a move on a girl. You put them in that spot, they're going to do that shit. think of the real world. It's the real world with super amped up, athletic, good-looking people.
Yeah.
Yeah. That are
The
fighting
real
their underwear.
world.
That fight in their
Right,
underwear.
right,
I mean,
right.
literally. So obviously, it's sexual tension is gonna be ridiculous on that show.
Oh,
They
okay.
cannot
This is
be
what
near
I
each
was
other.
thinking. Like, you get all those dudes in the house. There's no entertainment, no TVs, no nothing.
And there's girls.
No. Wait.
Fuck outta
Before
here,
there's
man.
girls, before there's even girls in there, they're so the testosterone level is through the roof, and everybody trying to be Mr. fucking macho alpha male bullshit. And then, then it's already bad enough.
Yeah.
Then you throw some girls in there, and that level is, if it was through the roof, it's going to the fucking moon.
Yeah.
After that,
And like the point I made like an hour ago about like when you asked me how I got into it, most people get into it because they're super aggressive. You know, got to have an outlet. A lot of people get into it, they're aggressive and need an outlet. If you're that aggressive type and you're put in a spot where you have no outlet and there's women around and alcohol, that isn't going to end up well. That doesn't mean they're necessarily wrong. In a normal situation, they'd be fine, but you can't get a super amped up alpha male with a bunch of other guys and then girls around and then super competitive and give them free alcohol and not expect something shitty to happen. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
No, it'd be a fantastic show, but
I think if they put them in the same house, that's the end of it all.
yeah, that's
I
$100
think
million
that's the
lawsuit.
last
Dana
fucking
White-
season
Dana,
of
I'm sure
Ultimate
Dana White is
Fighter.
listening.
Yes, Dana White. You know you're
Who's
watching, motherfucker.
Who's the Project Badass? It's Cat.
That was Deke
Zeros.
Deacon. That was
Oh,
on.
Deke Deacon, what's up, bud?
Let's like he's with
Never
that
met you. I see you.
Cat Singano. That's probably Deke. I'm sure.
Well, if it's him, I'm saying what's up to my dude, Deke Deacon. I've never met him. I've been MMA stalking you since you fought up at the basketball, the hoop.
The hoop
fought
NAAFS.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
The
long time
same.
ago,
I
right?
fought that night.
I know you did. You won on like a TKO because you slammed him and jacked up his arm.
24 seconds.
But it wasn't punches. It was like you threw him
Well,
down and jacked
I
up or something.
front kicked him and then punched him kind of hard and then grappled him and like he went the post and his arm broke.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Completely. This
I'm just
wa-
saying.
like that the
I've
wrong
been,
way.
who did
And
he fight
Deke
that night?
fought to a decision. I
Lost
believe he
the
lost that decision
to JW Dollar.
Yes, I believe that's who it was.
Mr. Deacon.
He's
That's
a,
what's up.
He's
I'm
a
on my
creepy
shit.
motherfucker,
I'm
right?
on my
Deke?
shit. Yeah.
But yeah, that
Never
was
met him. I
that was
couldn't
an
pick him out of the
awesome
crowd, but I
fight.
know what he did in his life, so
Right.
that's I reference it.
That fight was awesome. It was a good. I mean, that was a good battle, back and forth, close fight.
Dollar was a beast. He fell off the map though. He just was done with it.
Yeah, the hoop. They that place closed down, didn't they? Like completely.
The hoop. I
The
have no
hoop
idea.
in Columbus, Ohio.
I have no idea. I didn't like it for an event though. It was good for a fighter. Had great backstage area.
That was
perfect
nice.
warm-up.
Yes.
Stollard's peacing out. He's going to sleep. But it had a great backup. Like that's the thing. Like as a viewer, as a fighter, as a trainer, as a fan, like all that. Like different venues have different shit for you. Like if you go to Screaming Willie's, that is amazing as a fighter because you're stuck in that little area. It seems like it's supercharged. It's like Coliseum Gladiator shit. Like literally, if you go out 5 feet, there's 250 people and you can't get through it. It's amazing. That's awesome. And then you go to the hoop. It's so big. There could be 3,000 people in there, and you're like, it's like you're at a golf course because it's so huge
Right,
that nothing's
right.
going on. And then you go like back to Scream Willie's. Your warm-up area is a bar on the other side, which I actually like it. That's if you get it. If you don't get the bar area, it's like a super small area and it's like jacked up.
I did like there that they would give you mats. That's important to a fighter to
But
have a
you know
mat
what?
to kind of
Why-
warm up.
You know why they
on.
got the mats? It depends on who the cage person was. Those mats were provided by the cage person,
Really?
which at that one was or you
They had their own cage person. It was that
it was their cage. It was
what was his name? Esteban
Lutz.
Yeah.
He's on my Facebook. He's probably not watching this. He hadn't been doing it in a minute, but he's doing his lifestyle fitness deal. But he brought him the red and blue, and North bought that cage, and then he sold it to Buckeye. But that was provided. Those mats were awesome too. They're Swain roll up.
They were the flex roll up mats.
Yeah, they weigh like 5 pounds, and they're awesome. Yeah.
Zebra or Swain or whatever. Were they Swain? It was one
I'm
or the
thi- I'm
other.
thinking
but
Swain,
the
but
flex roll up.
Either
nice
way, it's
mats.
like 5x7, $800.
That means a lot.
Nice,
Like,
yeah.
and usually, I mean, you know, it was just like what you said. What was it like 5x8,
Yeah, tops.
maybe? But maybe, yeah.
And the red and the blue. It was perfect though. You don't need much more.
It
than
was,
that.
and that's how it works. Though that's all you have, and then as your fight comes up, you kind
You
of
bump a
take
guy
that
off.
mat and like
That's like I was lucky enough to never, you never have to be like, hey, get off. I need to. No, People understood.
It
You're
usually
first, you
works,
use it
yeah.
first. You're second, you use it second.
Right,
You're
right.
fourth. If you're last, you just go ahead and wait. You stretch over there on the
you
floor.
you just go take a fucking nap.
Yeah. Because if
And-
not,
and
some
just-
guy don't know he's going to punch you. Because,
Yeah.
MMA is like, for being a bunch of hard-ass party tough guys, we're very respectful of it. Because everybody's hard-ass party tough guys. So,
We got a question, Ramey. What's your favorite place to fight? I fought, and he fought there as well in Warsaw, Indiana. This Gladiator Elite fight, something out there.
Haven't
Warsaw,
been there.
Indiana. It was at a place like Screaming Willie's, but more of that Coliseum feel.
yeah.
The
You mean
the
stadium
cage is in
style?
the middle, and they
And
go up
yeah, yeah.
right. I mean, right there on it, and it just is right there. That place, it was a nice venue.
And the thing
I
is,
like
like I
that.
said, there's different varying levels of it. Like as a fan, like the hoop, I thought it was terrible. Like as a fan, because you buy a general admission, you're like 200 feet away and watching a 20-foot cage. Now Screaming Willie's, you can get as close as you want
Right.
in that little ring, and then like Aladdin Shrine. It's more of like the hoop where it's so big
Yeah.
you have to be far away. But luckily, like me and you, we get wristbands. What do? Go wherever the hell we want because people like us and sit ringside and watch fights. Like last time I was at the Shrine, I was cage side for like the main event and all that stuff because we're likable. It happens. But it really depends on what your element is. If you're a baller and can get tables, then it doesn't matter where you're at because you get the best tickets. You can sit wherever you want.
Yes, he agrees.
Yeah.
That place in Warsaw, it was awesome.
Yeah. Did you see pictures of where Thomas fought in Pennsylvania?
No, I didn't see that.
It was a shrine center, some kind of the Shriners Center. Dude, it looks like a castle on the outside. I'm not shitting you. All brick, 200 feet tall. Boards in the top of it where like a bell's supposed to be with his flashlight shining shit. He's got his own personal restroom in this place. I'm telling you, it looks like a castle, and it was like a 3,000 to 5,000 person deal, like stadium style. Bang, it's here, level, but all the levels went up.
You know, at the hoop, as a fighter, what I liked was they had that fitness room right there where your locker room is,
That's
and
why I
you
said
can
it's
use
a
the
fighter.
treadmills and stuff. And
Yeah,
warm up
there's
and,
weights, plenty of room to warm up. Two different areas.
two like weight rooms or whatever. There's a whole weight room is what I was in to warm up.
You were on the facing it. You're on the left side.
I don't know.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm-
Facing what?
facing the rooms. Like when you look at it, you
Oh,
on
okay.
the left.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was just a room. There
Yeah.
was a lot, like a weight room and just
The
a
room
room.
rooms where they did the weigh-ins.
and
the other ones.
well, that was at the end, I think. But they had a room where they're doing the fighters meeting, and I think that was one of the locker rooms
Yeah.
or something. And it might have been the weigh-in room.
Off topic, but how pissed are you when you get a red corner, blue corner, and they do the fucking fighter meeting in your fucking corner?
Oh yeah,
That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Like,
needs to be on neutral ground.
It needs to be on neutral ground.
Why don't they
'cause
just go in the
you're there
cage?
like, okay, you see all my shit. You're kind of in my area.
They need,
Get the
like,
fuck,
they-
quit stepping on my shit, guy. Get out of here. Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna invent this and market it. Everybody goes into to the cage. It's a
Got a better
neutral
idea.
corner, and it's just like a dome that goes over it, so it blocks out all the sound. Yeah, I mean it's flashy, but
You know what the best idea ever is?
what?
Just record a video that's 25 minutes long and play it. That's it. Because they say the same shit every time and blah blah blah. But half time I hear them saying the wrong shit or they miss shit, and I'm not trying to kick the commission's ass on that, but I know all the rules because I listen to them every single time they said it. They mess them up because it's natural to mess them up, but they should just do a video. This is what's illegal, like an ankle lock as opposed to a fucking heel hook.
Right.
They don't explain it because I don't expect them to know it. Some of them are, 50, 60, never fought, never had no experience. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't tell me I'm doing it wrong if you don't know it. So that's why a professional video made be so easy to have the video done. Boom, play this. Everybody shut up. Video's over. Done.
I wouldn't shut up. I would be busy doing something probably.
You're
I
busy
wouldn't
doing
pay
something
attention.
during their other meeting
When
anyway.
they're there, Rick McMillan, he
You
makes
know
sure
he's
you're
my
paying
guy.
it.
I wish- I don't know
Rick's
if I-
my dude. I wish Rick.
Hey,
Rick
last-
Rick's watching.
I hope he's. Did you tag? Did you put him on this?
Yeah, but
What?
who knows?
We need to hang out with Rick sometime.
Yeah.
Everybody can hear me. We need to hang out with Rick sometime. But I don't want to seem like it's biased because it has nothing to do with him, man. I just
No,
want
Rick's
party,
a really
I wanna-
nice
I want
guy.
to party with Rick. Rick can dance. Do you know Rick can dance or not?
No, I haven't seen Rick
we
dance.
went out after one of the fights at Screaming Willie's because it's not too far from Alumni Pub in Canal. and he's cool with Daryl because Daryl helps the commission and stuff, and,
Mm-hmm.
and he's so unbiased that he'll literally will judge against us when our guy wins. He's such a dickhead, Daryl.
Yeah.
You're welcome. But
No, yeah, we know.
No, but we need to hang out with Rick because that's who brought me up cage side for the last fight when Dunn was fighting
Deschong,
and the fight before that. Who was the fight before that?
was it Steele?
No, fight after that. It was
Spawn?
yeah, Dan Spawn. Dan Spawn was main event. Dunn won, but yeah, it was Dunn. Yeah, he's like, hey, come here, and talk to me for a second, because I've been playing on him, like I said. So I got to talk to him for a while, and he's really cool. Our first I hope you're watching. Our first interaction was not cool like that. He questioned my motherfucking hand wraps. He did. But it's his
And you
job.
were offended?
I'm offended by anybody.
Did you
questioning
mess it up?
No.
Oh,
Fuck no.
what's
Fuck.
wrong with your
No,
hand
no.
wraps?
No. He get like
Vince's hand wraps suck.
bullshit. You punch shit crooked. Your hand hurts. Not my problem.
The only time I broke my hand was from your wrap.
But you cut my wrap.
How many people have broken their hands from Vince's wrap? I just want to know.
Daryl punched a 340-pound person in the skull. That hurt his hand. You
Daryl
modified my rap.
I didn't even punch the dude that
Did
hard.
you modify my rap?
No.
You know you did. Oh, it's gonna tell you, cut this,
What?
roll this under. I know. Don't act like I never forgot shit in my life. But
Because I had to do what I could do with your shitty ass rap, and
No.
then it was like, I didn't even, yeah.
But the thing is, trainer to trainer, you're used to a different thing than I gave you. So it's fine, whatever. Your hand hurt because of it, not mine. But my hands are fine.
I still owe to a collection agency $500 because of that broken
You should
hand.
probably pay that shit so your credit score goes up.
Like, I should probably have not had to pay anything, and somehow they made me responsible for $500 deductible or something.
I don't know.
And I was like, I don't know.
You still have to pay it. Life's life. You're going to have to pay it. Back to what I was saying, though.
Yeah.
Taping the hands. I take up, like, somebody comes up and they're like, oh, you got to redo this. And I'm like, I grab it, I look at this, and I quoted the online shit to him. Needs to be this, not past that. Do this, 7 of these, 1 of those, and over that. And he's like, okay. You know what he does now? He's like, that's fucking good. I already know that shit's good because he knows I know what the regulations are.
Right.
But he like it goes back to the thing. Like when he came into it, he didn't have 20 years of experience of doing it. He's doing his job. His job is to check on it. It's easier to question you than to know all the rules, and he can't get the experience until he does it. So he was automatically questioning what I did. But once I told him everything that his online OAC thing should have told him, should have been in his head, he's like, motherfucker. He didn't say that, but I'm telling you, when I bring some shit up, he'd be like, Ram job done.
Ram, yeah.
Ram, you know
the
this.
Ram.
Ram, triple stripe, yeah.
Yep.
But I never do anything shady with it. I make grappler hand wraps. You know that. I don't make boxer stupid dumb shit. I want you to be able to grab people so you can fucking squeeze their head off.
You can have a good rap, and
Well,
Boyer has a good system.
He's on a stitch system.
He's got it. It's good. I like it.
I leave for like 6 months and you're gonna hate on me. Fuck you.
It's Stitch.
Whatever, dude.
But it works. Stitch's raps is a good rap. Like,
Oh no shit. He's been
it's a
doing
good-
what's he have? A lot of experience. What do? Mine is numbers. I've done a bunch. Like obviously he's done more. What I'm saying is, as a trainer, I'm doing a trainer / thing. It affects like it's harder for you to to accept what I'm doing because you're a trainer as well. But confidence is the main thing. I could have duct taped some baloney to your hands. If I seem confident in it, you wouldn't be nervous going into your fight, right?
Right.
And you know that. I'm being ridiculous on that. But being a trainer, you already know that secret, so it's kind of fucked up, right?
Yeah.
You'd be like, that's motherfucking baloney on my hand, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But that's where we butted heads. So like, not that we butted heads. I
Right.
modified to fix to go with your thing. But if you're just regular fighter guy, I'd be like, yeah, your hand's purple. I don't give a fuck. Punch him with your purple hand.
Well, regardless, I still won
But-
the fight.
No shit you did. You've done well. You've done very well since we've been working together. You have
Right.
one bullshit split decision, but
Yeah, that happens.
yeah, it happens. I mean,
Yeah.
you did fight up 2 weight classes against a guy 9 foot fucking tall,
That was,
Yeah.
2 weight classes.
and you
Seeming.
shittily danced because you're a shitty dancer. You danced out of the cage, and he had 2 of his friends help him out. So, I mean, you did definitely lose if he needed help out and you walked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah, whatever.
That's my thing. Points are points. if it was fights, it'd be different. Be like, hey, do you want to fight him anymore? He'd been like, fuck no, I don't want to fight him anymore. You win.
Right.
It's not that way
right.
anymore, though.
It
'cause
would have gotten to that.
You know why it's not that way? Because Ken Shamrock. Dry hump motherfucker's death. But he was done fighting you, that's for sure. What else we got? Everybody done?
He was so glad that there was the last view. Well, a couple people dropped off. We got another one on. You guys watch it. Make sure you share this on Facebook with all your friends. Tell them to come on and chat with us. Let us know what we want to talk about and opinions.
Yeah, we definitely want to continue doing this. I'm a guest. Jeremy is the deal. So you need to make sure you tell people about it. If you have anybody interesting, invite them on it. They're gonna you say whatever you want to say, ask whatever you want to ask. We're gonna answer it. It's going to be an entertaining show. There's no two ways about it. So
if you're interesting, smart, whatever, somebody wants to hear some stuff about you, you want to get your point out there, get a hold of us, and you might schedule you for a guest spot, and you can tell people what you want to tell them. Get it off your chest.
Yeah.
But you got to be cool.
My friend Wynn is not good with the internet. Apparently I'm not because I haven't been paying attention. I've been I missed that by like 25 minutes. But my friend Wynn, I tell her to check his shit out, and she's like, I didn't know it was online. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
We are online, no, we were on 92.1.
Yeah, no shit. She can't hear us, so we don't need to make fun of her. But hey, why she's not on? She's kind of a cutie. We'll just go there.
Well, this will be recorded in forever history of
shit.
life.
I've already told her I don't give a fuck.
Whatever.
So it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean,
Girls
it's
are
hard
cute, I tell
for
'em. I have no problem with that.
it's hard for a Rico Suave motherfucker
Dude.
to not want women. Like,
No.
I mean, because there's so many of them coming at you, like it's raining on you, and then like you know you get tired of fighting them all off. You got to take a couple here and there.
I understand what you're saying, but you're full of shit. So it's cool. I'm gonna invite her on the Facebook thing because it's happening right now, dude. I thought this was gonna take like forever. Shit, we've been on an hour and a half. It's actually fun.
This is a fun thing.
Got a little Kool-Aid going. Kool-Aid helps.
Anybody
out,
with that wants to be a guest, come on. Get us
help.
get a hold of us.
Yeah, guest help, and definitely, we've been lucky to have people actually interact. Mr.
Right.
Ramey, Stollard helped out a lot. That's good stuff.
Project Badass. I'm not sure who it is. I believe it's Deke. I mean, I'm most positive Deke Deacon.
Yeah.
One thing we're gonna say is like people could get us some kind of Blue Wall Confessions artwork. If you guys are artists and you can draw, paint, do whatever, we'll get the Blue Wall Confessions artwork on the wall behind us, so we have a little bit cooler looking studio of a blue wall and design something. Anybody that does like music type of things or whatever, please, we could use it some kind of an intro. That would be nice, so I don't get caught like busted by the FCC for using somebody else's music or something. And I need something original. Blue Wall Confessions podcast.
I love the name, and I know where it came from originally because back in the day, you guys used to goof back at the gym with the blue wall and probably confess more than we've confessed. This is more blue wall talk style.
Right,
because neither of us feel like confessing anything. You got a woman, you don't want her hearing none of your shit. I'm trying to talk to girls, so I don't want them hearing none of my shit.
The Blue Wall Confession started, it was a blue wall, or like we had a mat. There's a mat at the gym on the wall. It's like the wall mat. It's actually like a gymnastics mat, but we put it against the wall.
Shout out to Ernest Nelson Gymnastics.
And it came with a balance beam, by the way, Ernest. And I have that. If you want it, you can have it.
He'd do back handsprings and shit on that.
And then we would do our thing. We'd like fold the sides in or whatever, and somebody'd go over and like talk some shit about somebody else, or it'd be like we were doing some like stirring drama little things.
Yeah, well,
and
I believe me. Sorry to interrupt, but believe me, I invited people to ask me shit that nobody should want to hear to fucking embarrass me. So I don't mind because I have no pride.
He doesn't mind to be embarrassed. Like,
I don't have no pride.
You're gonna find out who he is.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't helped me in the past, so it won't help me in the future.
Okay, so you joined the Army.
Yes.
And you're gonna go to school. They're gonna pay for it.
Yeah, they pay back my student loans.
And you're gonna take business. And then do you have an idea?
Business is, I mean, that's just so I can, yeah.
Right, but do you have a plan of what kind of business you would like to run?
Event center / I want an event center to pay for the gym thing we do, because the gym doesn't. It's not you're not becoming a millionaire by training people that can't afford to train to learn how to fight.
Right,
I love to
right.
teach people how to fight because it's fun. That's
Right.
bottom line. It's fun.
It is. It's absolutely fun, and
I
you
mean-
stay in shape. It keeps you young.
Yeah,
The running water doesn't go stale.
exactly. Rolling stone gathers no moss.
Exactly.
But see, I've got shit all day. But that's my plan. But I also understand I'm not gonna.
That's old shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay my rent with that
Right.
until you build it up. Until somebody from our gym is Randy Couture.
Right.
He has Extreme Couture. You know why? Because his ass did something. You can't. It doesn't matter what you know, or it's just like everything else. You
And-
gotta sell something.
Isn't it harder now?
Because every jackass in the world thinks they know MMA.
Yeah.
They don't.
And there's some jackasses that make it, that
Works
get
for
that
us.
chance and makes it.
Yeah, there's plenty. Of
And then you're watching it on you're watching these fuckers on TV, and it's just like, I mean, and I'm not talking like third round when you're tired and it just makes, there's a lot of shit you can't do. I'm talking like just basic things they should know that they're not doing. It's just like, really?
But it all comes. They came from, like, say you're using Ultimate Fighter as an example. They came from a gym from a guy that could,
Mm-hmm.
and he said they can.
I know.
and
That's
so
exactly what it is.
I mean, I used about 7 words and explained it completely. If you have a gym, then you can put out product as long as somebody made it like George Georgel, like put a stamp on it. You know why? Because Rich Franklin did shit. Even though
Right.
he's the main trainer, but he's got a shit ton of shit going on. But who's the best fighter he's ever had?
Right, Rich Franklin.
Exactly. What did he do? He won a decent amount of fights, and he's ridiculously likable.
Yep.
And for the most part, people don't like Giselle.
And then Rich was coaching, and somehow
He
Joe
coached.
got on.
Yeah, exactly. He got on the show. Hey, you're going to coach me on the show? I'm your fucking coach. I mean, yeah, get out of here. But
Yeah. Yeah. What
and then
was up with that?
he slow rolled fucking Marcus Davis. You remember that or not?
Yeah.
You should fight Joe Stevenson. Yeah, whatever, dude. Joe Stevenson had like 70 fights at the time. Maybe your boxing ass should have fought somebody else. That's why you didn't win the damn show.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, right?
Yeah. I have that that
shit was classic, though.
season. I have like up to like the first 9 seasons, I think, maybe 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimate Fighter seasons. And then I couldn't keep up after that. I can't keep up. I was getting like, I have like from UFC 43 up to 80 something. And then I
There's
couldn't
so
keep
many
up.
of them. There's so many. Of
Then it was just like, are you serious? And they're like $20 a pop or something. You're gonna go and buy that many? Like, no.
them. No. I just go watch them at Solt's or Garvin's and be done with it.
All right, so then you, what's that?
My sister's posting on Facebook. She just watched me answer a question text question while I was on podcast. So
Oh.
she's pretty pumped about it.
You're
So
texting?
she texted me how to answer. I told you people got to do what they got to do. I know you don't like the texting, but we got to get our information out.
Right, right.
And I told people text, message, or you stream it. And if they can't use, they have to sign up to do that. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know.
To type over, you have to. You
You
can
have
watch
to
it.
just make an account, basically,
yeah,
right?
And some people don't want to dick with that, so they
It's
like.
free.
I
mean,
know, but when you have to sign up for shit, you don't want to mess.
So
with
that's
it,
what we need to figure out. That's why if I paid for it,
They'd still have to sign up. I had to
no,
sign
are
up.
you serious?
Yeah, I had to sign up because
Just to message. You can watch it, though.
oh, I'm watching it for free. That's no issue. You just click on the link, watch it. But
Okay.
to comment, that's why I gave everybody the option. Facebook me, text me, or message on there. If you figured it out, you figured it out.
Right.
I never did. Back to 25 hours ago, I never did figure out who Tank laid on into submission.
Who crushed his head?
He neck
into-
cranked. He neck cranked somebody. That's the only thing I
He
found.
crushed some dude's head into the fence.
That's
Maybe
probably
it was
called a
neck
neck crank.
Yeah.
That's probably what they call a neck crank. All right. Here's a little knowledge for you, fight wise. You know who Ivan Minjavar is?
Yes.
How big is he?
He's like 55 or 170. He's 35.
He just fought Faber.
Right, okay.
Guess who?
Why are you asking me then?
Well, just because you're a 45. He
Okay,
was
yeah.
probably a 45er, but he went down to
Right,
35.
I think that's what it was.
Guess who fought Minjavar in their first fight?
In their first fight?
Yeah. Super
Oh.
fantastic, awesome fighter.
I know, I've seen this before. Who is it?
It's George St. Pierre. So that's hilarious
Yes,
because
I-
St. Pierre is a big ass dude. And he's fight. Menjivar probably had experience on him, but
At what weight? 55 maybe?
no, probably 70. He
70?
probably weighed 16.
Yeah.
But Menjivar is a tiny little dude. It says 5'5", 135.
Wow.
But yeah. You imagine being Menjivar and you have to fight fucking St. Pierre. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
But now, if
Who
you look-
won and how?
who the fuck do you think won and
St.
how?
Pierre won and
By
how?
dominance and like TKO.
Decision, TKO.
Let me see.
When he was stopping people?
Yeah, dude, he stopped a lot.
He could stop people still, but I think he's fighting more scared to lose, which is understandable. You don't want to lose your belt.
Well, it ain't
but you
even
gotta
the belt.
keep just-
Belt comes with a lot of money. People are like, oh, you know, I do this. You do it. Motherfucker, you be homeless. He ain't homeless. He's got like 20 houses probably. Because you know what he's doing? Controlling you without you touching his face. I mean,
Yeah.
let me find out where this fight is at. Dude, that fucking Menjivar fought a bunch of people out of his weight class.
He has a lot of fights.
Fuck yeah, he does. He is.
Do you know who has the most fights in the
Yes, I do.
in
And he fought Wes Sims in Columbus at Fight Fest.
I'm gonna guess his name's Travis Fulton,
Iron Man. Yep,
and he has how many fights? Like 280 some fights, maybe.
probably. He's like 280, and
And
he has more
31 or
He has
something.
more draws than people have fights. Like legit people have fights.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, and when you see a draw fight, you know that was a fight.
Yeah.
Like
Whereas
those guys.
back when he fought, they had 2-round fights, meaning you didn't. If nobody was finished, they called a draw, depending.
Right.
Yeah. Let's fucking. Where is St. Pierre? He fought him in 2002. He got TKO'd. 2002, and then he fought. Let's see who else. Menjivar's fought a lot of tough people. Ribeiro at one time he's like the number 1 55er. French, he's a 45er. Sarah 70/55er. Ackerman 45. Faber. He fought Faber twice.
In King of the Cage, probably, right?
TKO.
King of the Cage?
No, TKO.
Oh, TKO was
That's a Canada deal.
uh
Yeah. He fought Joe Lozon, too. He lost by calf slicer. What the fuck? You don't see that much.
no.
Hideki Takoro, he was definitely not an American on that one. He beat he beat Kaluna, he beat Palashevsky. Dude, Palashevsky fell off. He was kind of a badass for a minute.
Josh Bergman got a big KO apparently.
Oh, fuck. Who's that?
Yeah,
Ringster?
Yeah, I don't have this channel, damn it.
What's
Thank you for
ask
the
him what he's
update.
watching on. Ask him what
Yeah.
he's watching on.
Well,
Rumble weighted at 230 and a half.
230,
Holy shit.
yeah.
Big Mac, son.
What's he look like?
It's just him telling me.
Oh, it's on here. I see.
Yeah, Big Mac, son. Send me messages. Don't text me, but go ahead and text me.
Don't text this.
Sick puppy shitting on my floor. No chili for me tonight. Ernest ain't coming down to chill.
Oh.
He's weak sauce as
Well,
fuck.
I had a balance beam, but got strapped to the top of the car, and now I'm gonna have to balance on it.
Yeah.
Apparently. So yeah, we definitely need an intro song, please. Somebody that
What
can
kind of
cut
song are
us.
you actually looking
Just like a little Blue Wall Confessions, something, whatever, a little intro.
Want to be rappers around here that do a little chicka chicka
Probably.
chicka chicka?
It's Chillicothe. I don't know. I'm sure there is.
I don't know.
Well, so okay.
NBC, Ramey, yes. 960. Oh, 965. You don't have a cable box. You're a regular cable guy, aren't you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have. I went
He's
through
on a
all my
budget, man. He's on a
channels.
budget.
I'm on a budget. I went through all my channels. I don't get it.
No, NBC Sports. Oh, 965. There's 965 James Rameys. Come on now.
see. I'm gonna see.
What channel is it on? Not NBC Sports, like, because he has NBC. What is the channel, Mr. Ramey? Who the hell was Berkman fighting? I know he's fighting another UFC guy. Jeremy always has to run off because his bladder is like that of a woman. It's very tiny, apparently. So I'm going to rock this shit for another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to have to use the restroom myself. So dead air, dead air, dead air. What? Yeah. Latrinicus. That's your nickname.
Had to visit the
Oh, he beat
trainers.
Aaron Simpson. Holy fucking shit. Aaron Simpson's
Who?
tough as fuck.
Josh Bergman did.
Yeah. Knocking him out's a big deal. Aaron Simpson is bad. A-train. Thank you, Mr. Ramey. This is, we're going, like, we're
We're getting live updates.
Yeah, we're
That's
ASAP
right. We are.
We're ASAP on this. I love it. My screen's like 10 minutes behind, so it's awesome. I move around a bunch.
And then it's like you're looking into the past.
Yeah, look at this right here. You're not even in the chair yet.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
You'll be there in a minute, I'm sure.
And you're just sitting there not moving?
I'm fucking
That's how you looked when I was gone?
stone cold, Kai. 159 on Dish.
Well, I don't have Dish. I have just Time Warner, Chillicothe.
Sucking balls.
Anybody know what channel, or if
I don't
it's
think
even
they
on
have it. I don't think they have
NBC
it.
Sports?
No, they don't have it.
They don't.
They're weak sauce.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, you're a cable guy?
Yeah, I kind of fucking am.
Really?
I do a lot of things in my spare time.
Oh, we forgot to throw out tomorrow, the 24th at 3 p.m. You can go and register at Lancaster Academy of Mixed Martial Arts at Davis Youth Sports, 121 Wiley Avenue, submission grappling tournament. It's $5 to enter. It's beginner friendly, and it's the start of a 6-month tournament to where there's going to be a finals for a belt, a championship belt.
Yeah,
Am I right?
the way it works is each tournament, each month, if you win your weight class, then say there's 6 different winners. The 6 winners will compete for the belt. And it's actually a legit...
In a tournament,
Yeah.
elimination tournament.
Yeah, it's a legit belt. So you don't win a belt each tournament. You win the opportunity to advance to fight for the belt. So,
Right.
yeah.
And then, it's going to be one, like 6 months or one each month
One each month, so it's 6 months. But
for 6 months.
most of the people that compete come every month anyway. Basically, if you win the first one, though, you don't have to come for 5 months. You can just wait to the end, do your own thing. That's up to you. But
Right. I made it back into the chair.
you made it back into the chair. That's good to hear. You're still paused up. I really got a delay over here. You got a lot of delaying going on. That's why I'm going to buy a shitty laptop, kids. Buy expensive.
So we've kind of covered this subject the last 3 ones, but I want to get your opinion on these weaponized dolphins.
I have no fucking opinion on weaponized
Have you heard about
dolphins.
the Ukraine weaponizing dolphins?
Fuck, no, I have not heard about that shit. Dude.
They
got
weaponized
better-
these dolphins with knives
That seems
and
stupid.
pistols.
Why didn't they put fucking lasers on their head? Like
Well,
Dr. Evil.
Yeah, laser beams.
Fucking laser beams.
But the ones with pistols, some of them got away.
Are you making shit up, man?
No, Google it.
I ain't cool. Actually, I'm gonna rush.
Somebody-
I need a drink. My Pepsi's ran out.
Your
so-
apple juices ran out.
It's Pepsi, dude. I love Pepsi. I'll be back in a second. Good luck with dead air. It's fucking
We're-
sucks not having you to fuck with.
Right, we're gonna do a commercial break. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
This is do your thing. We're gonna remind you this is an 18 and older program. If you're under 18 or you're over, you don't rip the shit out of the microphone or the headphones. If you're under 18, you need to get the hell off of here and ask your parents' permission before you watch this. And if your parents are pissed because your kids saw something or heard something that they weren't supposed to, then you should have been keeping a better eye on your kids. All right, with that being said, on May 19th in Circleville, Ohio at Gibby's, 121 West Main, Circleville, is the cystic that is April 20th. My bad. That's coming up soon. April 20th. Comedians Michael Moore and Ace Allen. Doors open at 6, and it starts at 7. Gibby's, 121 West Main in Circleville. Stand up to cystic fibrosis. It's our friend Jamie Jackson is doing a fundraiser for her cousin Stacy. It's Strides for Stacy is her team name, and they raise money every year for cystic fibrosis research. And on that same day, you have the Earth Gathering in Yoctangi Park, Chillicothe, Ohio. You can go, hang out with the... Somebody said, I don't know, somebody said hipsters. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but they're doing a lot of cool stuff about recycling, conservation. There's music, there's festivities, there's vendors. So go down there and check that out, and then you can go up and watch some funny shit in Circleville after. Then on May 19th in Yoctangi Park, from 1 to 4 p.m. is the Cystic Fibrosis Walk. That's your last chance to donate and help out and help Jamie raise some money for her team for the cystic fibrosis research. And I saw this thing on the news about the Chillicothe police chief, he apparently got into an altercation at a outside of a bar, the Cozy Inn in Chillicothe, and it was on the Channel 10 news, and then also there was a video of him on an non-emergency call, pulled over by a state patrolman, and was like for speeding, and then was yelling at him. He didn't have to have his lights on. He didn't have to slow down because he's the chief, which I found a little out of line. But the part where he was outside of the Cozy Inn, I believe he's a person. He can go out and have a drink, or it doesn't even mean he's drinking. Although he did, apparently, I didn't see this. I was told he took his shirt off and was yelling at this guy, "Don't fucking touch me. Don't you ever fucking touch me," and something like that. Somebody caught on his cell phone, and now it's on the news. And, okay, he went a little far. He probably was drunk if he took his shirt off. But for the most part, like, if somebody's, like, trying to push you, I mean, I guess you're going to try to fight him, maybe, or tell him not to fucking touch you. Don't you have the right to tell somebody to not touch you? Don't put your hands on me. That's what he said. Don't you ever put your hands on me or something.
At a certain level in your life, you really don't have to tell people that. They can, like, if I look at you right now, you can probably tell.
Right, but, and then also, I guess he might not have should have been where he was at doing what he was doing if he's the chief of police. He needs to just be at home. Have a drink at home. Go to some friends and, like,
drink at home's no good either, though. So,
well,
I mean, it's like, it's
okay,
hard.
but
You're trying to defend him, but, like,
he does even have the right to go out, but he doesn't need to be getting that to where he's going to get into an altercation, probably over a chick or something. Who knows?
It's always over a chick. That's the only thing worth fighting about. So,
it always is.
I mean, literally, the only thing worth fighting about.
That's the only thing worth fighting about?
Hell yeah. I think I'm going to fight you over some dumb sports shit or you stepped on my shoe. I don't give a shit. But, like, some girls, yeah, I fight about that. I'm trying to find the link so I can post it to my friend Wynn, who has been... Jeez. There we go.
Have you ever had this Fresca stuff? It's like
No.
a cheat pop. Cheating on your diet. It's 0 calories, but it's like a little pop. Orange citrus flavor. It probably has a bunch of shit that's not good for you. But this is Saturday night, and I'm going to cheat with that cheat pop. There's no calories, but the chemicals I'm putting into my body may not be good.
Yeah. I'm hammering Pepsis because I don't give a shit. So
Pepsi. 100 calories per serving. There's 250 in that bottle.
You sure?
You know what? I could drink
sound
a
right.
million of these, and it would be 0 calories.
Man, you die.
Would that be?
A local woman Thursday was attacked by 2 dogs while hiking in Great Seal State Park. Mr. Project Badass. I don't know what that's about, but
What? A local woman was attacked?
that's what he says. I don't know.
I wonder if those dogs had rabies or if they were. No, dogs get wild. Dogs will pack up, like even if they're oh shit, what's the word? The tame, basically being tame.
Yeah.
So
Like a pet.
What the hell?
A pet. I mean,
Domestic, right?
Domesticated.
Domesticated, yeah.
Yeah.
Even if they're domesticated and like you let them out, like they will pack up with other dogs, and sometimes they don't want to come home, and they run in a pack, and they do shit like that. They'll attack a person.
it happens, man. It happens.
Oh, true story. Now, is that some bullshit, or is this a true story? Do we need to confirm this?
Who are we talking to?
Deke.
Oh, I don't know. Like I said,
About
I
the
barely
woman.
know- I
Or is this
barely
some,
know
like,
Deke,
we're just
but-
going to make up a story and see if it comes onto the news?
Yeah.
But
I think Deke might just be throwing some shit at us. See what we do.
whatever, but dogs do that. Dogs they pack up, and a domesticated dog will bite a person after running with a pack for so long, and one of those is the leader of the pack, and that was actually a song back in the 60s, I believe.
Holy shit.
But
yeah.
vroom vroom.
We need to get the audio thing because I would have just hit you up with the little leader of the pack.
Yeah, but yeah, we need somebody that does that. We need somebody that
But
does.
Marlena's like, oh, I got to work and shit. Whatever,
Right.
dude.
Well, we need
She's bullshit.
anybody out there interested in being a tech guy to run some sound effects, whatever you got. You can run the boards and all that stuff. I could use somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
Blue Wall Confessions.
'Cause
We
we're
need a
try-
guy.
We're trying here, but there's only so much we can do. We're just 2 people, so.
Right.
And I'm not
right.
going to be here next time, so it's kind of there's 1 person.
Right.
But-
And then I mean, we're figuring this shit out still. We're gonna continue to do it though. It's fun.
I think we're entertaining people because we got some.
I mean, we have a few
comments.
viewers, and make sure you guys keep every now and then share it on the internet. We got some views right now going, and make sure you keep spreading the word.
And it's only as funny as you help us make it. So I mean, even though it might be serious, it might be funny, it might be in between, but if you are helping out, then you can. It's like voting. If you don't vote, then don't bitch about it. I mean, don't watch it and be like, no, nah. Say something. Something will happen.
There's a point right there. Dogs go feral, and I think that's supposed to, and pigs do too. Yeah, like a feral pig. They will. They just go wild when they're they can just do it. They could have been domesticated, but then they just run with a pack and go feral. I believe that means basically going wild, right?
Seems legit.
I'm only smart. I'm not educated, so I'm gonna say.
Definitely. And I think Jamie went to bed because she's done with the shit. So.
All right, Professor Pussy, going to bed.
Funny story.
All right. Well.
Oh shit! Never mind.
What? Well, yeah.
I
What
never
happens
did make
when?
it around to the topic?
What happens when
That's good.
armed dolphins, go feral? Is what Jamie asked right before she crashed.
Holy shit! She's
What?
back.
That is a good idea. What
Who
happens?
the fuck was talking about the Boyer is sending me texts about the fucking armed dolphins right now? He said it's
Isn't
fake.
that basically what the dolphins did when they escaped? They went feral with pistols on their heads. It's fake.
I honestly can't tell you because that shit seems
Somebody
retarded.
else,
It
please.
seems retarded to me that even
That makes it
anybody would
more
jump in
believable.
No, well, if I was going to use a dolphin for anything, I would make your land smell like something the dolphin wants, and then I'd put a bomb on it.
Okay, by now
Boom.
they
I would put
probably
a
captured those dolphins
Yeah.
because I'm sure they had a tracking device on them and stuff, but they still did get away for a little bit at least, right? And if it even happened, it's probably over now, but I would like to know if it was fake or not.
It seems fake.
Uh,
Frickin' laser beam
no.
on sharks seems.
they
legit.
put stuff on.
Why would, but as a reasonable person, wouldn't you just put a bomb on these things and be like, if you know their pattern of where they swim to? I know you start here, you swim there. I put a bomb in you. You get there, I blow you up. I ain't gonna be doing no like you have to shoot or nothing crazy. Jeff is back online. Apparently his phone went dead.
Feral means going wild, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And yes,
So am I feral? Is that the question?
or you're like it's a wild animal.
But that's what I
Have
said.
you heard
It's
about?
me.
Do you
Am I
know
feral?
how like on islands, animals dwarfinize or something? Like elephants, any animal will be a dwarfinized or however
smaller,
I don't
you
know
mean?
how you would say it. It would be
Dwarf
yeah,
eyes sounds right, but
but yeah, it would be a small elephant like on an island, and people too, even some people, and they think they might have found like a dwarf type person on like little on an island. I don't know. They found this was.
I don't understand how that would affect a
But
person,
elephant, but an elephant, like they say they dwarf eyes or whatever on an island.
I understand they adapt
they're
to their
smaller.
surroundings, so the surroundings are smaller, you get smaller. Just like me and you.
Like
we were
I-
raised where the ceilings were lower, so
Yeah,
we get so tall. So that's what's up.
Well, no, I grew up in the wheat fields, so I didn't want to be like taller than the wheat because I would be out of camouflage,
Yeah.
and so I stayed short. Sounds like a Steven Seagal movie.
Steven Seagal or Stephen King?
Steven Seagal
It sounds
with
like
the
a Steven-
dolphin shit or something.
Oh
probably.
God, yeah, because dumber and shit like Steven Seagal. Yeah,
Hard
sorry.
to kill.
Yeah, hard to kill, mother. Yeah, I know you know.
Steven Seagal was a badass, but did you ever notice, like, in all of his movies,
Ernest
he
is also going to our event. He finally figured it out.
he kicked so much ass and never ever took any damage. Like Steven Seagal,
Yeah.
one movie I remember he sort of took damage, and then this one movie he just got killed
That
like
dog
right off the
down here
bat.
now, Yeah.
You left
He
the
got
door
killed?
open. What was the executive decision? Was it him or Kurt Russell? No,
Kurt.
they were both in it. I think that movie and like Steven Seagal, they advertised him being in it and everything. And right in the beginning, he got sucked out of the plane or something, and he was that was
That's
it.
fucking funny.
You're like, oh, he's gonna come back. I know he is. And
I'm
like,
probably gonna
no.
watch that movie.
Steven
then.
Seagal is gone. Steven Seagal taught Ronda Rousey the armbar.
Yeah,
by
she
the
did.
way,
he taught
Like-
Anderson Silva the front kick too.
and then and then like when she went to fight, who was that last chick? Julie Carmouche or Liz Carmouche?
Yeah.
Carmouche. He was like, Rhonda, before she went in there, and he came,
that
gave
armbar
her
I
his
showed you.
blessing, and he was like, yeah, do that armbar thing I showed you, and she did.
Yeah,
She did, and Steven
just like she
Seagal's
did
a
to every
fucking
single other
badass.
person she's ever touched. She armbarred him.
Do you think we need to start this now? The Blue Wallers out there need to help us, and we got to come up with the best Steven Seagal jokes, like the Chuck Norris jokes, but some Steven Seagal shit like that. Some like, you know how Chuck Norris is a badass, like Steven Seagal is a fucking poser.
See, that's
Jokes.
the thing. I don't know if he's a poser or not. I don't know.
Is he or isn't he? Yeah, is he or yeah? But I heard that didn't Jean-Claude Van Damme beat his ass, or they got in a fight somewhere. Gene LaBelle choked him out and he shit his pants.
That's the rumor.
That happened. And he tried to fight Van Damme or something. But yeah, Gene LaBelle choked him. He said he couldn't be choked,
Yeah,
and he choked him out and he shit his pants.
yeah. I'm
That's
telling
the
you what,
rumor.
if you're a person, you can be choked. It's really very simple.
All you do is cut your blood off to your brain, and that's it. Right? No matter if I put my 2 fingers
You
here.
can do whatever you want to do. It's so simple. I mean, yeah. I've been in 3,000 street fights,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah. Guess what? You
Vince
do a
is
sloppy shot, I'll choke the fuck
I
out of you.
mean, Vince choked out a couple dudes before in his time, but
Yeah.
he's also choked out several hundred women to get him back home to the crib.
Yeah, I didn't. I gagged him, not choked him, but whatever. Dude, now you're going weird style on me. I don't know, but no, ladies. I do none of that unless it's requested. So just relax. Sometimes it's requested.
But he
so.
frequently gets requests because they know of his choking
frequently,
abilities.
Freak. Yeah, frequently, because some girls are some freaks. It happens. When do you know how to use the internet? Have you heard of this?
Yeah. Do you know you go on to
All right, pop quiz. How do you spell win?
Win, WEN,
Exactly. Spelled again.
WEN,
Now spell it a different way.
WIN,
How many different ways can you spell it?
WHEN.
Do you think any of these are the
No,
right
that would
answer?
be when. When? Why are you questioning me? What are you talking about?
Fucking dog licked my hand.
You've seen that Family Guy, right?
What? When?
What?
N
What are you?
G U
In?
Nguyen.
Oh.
Bam. Do
Oh.
that.
I thought it was
Put
like
that in
Ngoyen.
No, that's Nguyen.
Oh.
No, but her
That's
name's
Win?
Her name's Win.
The NG. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ngoyen.
I'd be like, hey, that's my friend Win. You're like, oh, that's Nguyen. No, it's Win.
Oh, did you choke yourself with your own penis?
Is that what's happening? Is that what we're saying? Who said that shit? I don't think I did.
Somebody heard that. Then somebody said you use roofies and you can't choke with shit, but chickens.
Choking chickens. I have no chickens. Roofies are ineffective because I actually enjoy sex. So I don't want him to be asleep. I mean, that seems like something Boyer might do because he's hard up. And as far as choking myself with my own dick, never done it. It's close. Like it gets to here, so I can poke myself a little bit, but I can't choke myself. So just is that enough information?
Yes, it is.
All right, good to hear. But it was cool. The trolls tried to help out, but these are uneducated, so they can't help.
Uneducated people.
Yeah, and
Be smart.
Non-smarts too. Non-smarts.
They
need to eat some Smarties and see what's up.
Well, yeah, maybe.
It's a true story. My screen is so far behind. I'm still drinking it.
All right. Well,
It's awesome.
we've been on here a little while,
Yes, we have.
and I believe
About 2 hours and 8 minutes.
It's been about cool. We gotta save some for the next time. We can't wear everybody out, so we're probably gonna end this right now, and
And we
whatever.
still never even got to our topics. So that's pretty good.
Oh, I was waiting for your topics.
My topic was why do people lie? That's a long topic.
Why do people lie?
Let's give them 10 minutes.
Yeah.
See if we get any responses.
Why do people
Why
lie?
do people lie? I know why people lie. I just want to hear why people think.
I mean, like a little white lie or a lie to.
Doesn't matter.
There's
Does not
many
matter.
reasons why you lie.
I know.
You lie to get a better deal, maybe on something. You lie to get,
The deal goes both ways. You get a better deal or you rip people off.
I mean,
Either
basically, it is just everything's for a better deal. You lie because you went, yeah, always for a better deal. No matter what it could be for something that you want, or not even necessarily a better deal, but something that you wanted.
Boris says you guys
Dwarfed
always stop
dolphin.
when I log on.
Oh, dwarfed dolphins. What took you so long to log on? We've been on since 9. We have been on.
He just
For a
blowing up my
while.
phone. What's he say?
Dwarfed dolphins.
He's just being stupid.
Yeah.
Boris probably had a beer. He like this podcast. Oh, lie. He lied this podcast? He's a dumbass. Boris a dumbass.
It's all right. You have fat fingers. I have the
Yeah.
same problem, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you just mash all those iPhone buttons everywhere. And,
Then he's probably eating Kentucky Fried Chicken driving down the street.
yeah.
Jesus.
And then when you touch the W, it puts in an O.
Did you hear it's Drew's birthday?
Who's Drew? Oh,
It's
Salt's son.
Salt's son. It's his birthday this entire
No.
month. It's your birthday, Salt's birthday.
Yeah,
his
his
birthday.
His birthday was the 5th.
No, it's his whole month. Don't even try to take that away.
Oh,
from
this
him.
is still my month?
Not your month, dude. His month.
Oh, it's his
So
month.
like, his birthday is like the 6th or 7th. So February 10th, all the way through June is fucking Drew's birthday.
Okay, happy birthday, Drew. But you should, if
Big
you
shout out to
shouldn't be
Drew.
watching this.
Big shout out to Drew.
I know he's not old enough to be watching
And
this.
Salt's old ass probably in bed already.
And Salt's in bed.
He
for
actually wants
sure.
to come out Thursday. And if you're gonna be out, are you gonna be out Thursday? Or are you gonna be in?
In Chillicothe?
Yeah.
I'll be in Chillicothe.
Oh, you live here. I mean,
We may have a
house.
podcast that night, actually.
We should probably throw him out on the podcast, and we'll make our way to wherever we have to go after that.
Maybe. I mean, I do work.
I know. I hate that. I hate that about you.
Yeah, I hate work, too.
Dude, I've been working for the old beanbag. I've been working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Oh, you
Oh.
just work 3 days a
Fuck
week?
yeah, balling on it too. It's amazing. That lazy bitch. He's so lucky. Oh my god, I don't do a damn thing. I'm getting paid pretty well for it, so it's great.
What do you do?
I can't tell you. I'd have to kill you.
Well, you
I
just,
work on fitness equipment.
so you just go out and repair fitness equipment.
Yep. Go out and diagnose.
To like gyms and stuff?
People's houses that are really nice. That's about. I go in there, smile at them, look at their shit, switch out a part, get the f out of there.
And they charge them like $3,000.
Biggest
2,000.
lie is a weapon. Dolphins. Jesus, boy, are you that drunk that you keep with the damn dolphins? Really, guy?
That's wrong to assume anything like that on
No, it
somebody
is
that's
because
on here.
when he texts me, it gets dumb like this, where it makes no damn sense, and he'll run this shit into the dirt.
Oh, he did say that's what he's been doing.
What's he been doing?
I don't know. Whatever we were talking about, probably. and
Probably
that's
drinking.
what he probably
He was at
doing.
his cousin's daughter's birthday, so I'm sure he inappropriately drunk there.
Right. People lie
Nobody.
about weaponized dolphins. I didn't purposely lie about this. This was a story I heard, and I'm trying to confirm it. I want to know. I mean, I think that we would try to weaponize dolphins.
I wouldn't weaponize a damn dolphin. That makes no damn sense.
I think even
he says don't lie about him. He's gonna use the word lie in every single message until we're done. The truth is, boy, if I tell everybody about you, then they'll try to steal you for themselves. So I'm keeping you in mind. So just zip it, Skippy. Why would you weaponize a dolphin?
Okay, what they're doing, they're trained to
Not what are
take
they
out
doing. I said, why
enemy
would you-
divers.
Yeah.
Take out enemy divers, but how do they know if it's an enemy or not? I guess if they're like on a submarine, they have these dolphins with them, and they're worried about enemies around them, and these dolphins are trained to follow the sub. Maybe they let them swim out around them, and then if anybody's swimming, they kill them because they shouldn't be swimming around the sub.
That really seems like the biggest
I don't
waste
know.
of fucking time ever.
Oh no, they do use them though. They do use them still to protect inlets or something like that. Like they do use dolphins to protect inlets. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. They use them to
Boyer just
protect
said he
inlets.
confirmed it. Either way, I just feel like it's a complete waste of time. I don't remember the last time we were attacked by a guy swimming in the motherfucking ocean.
What? Well, why not save money and then don't worry about a person dying? I don't know. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, but how hard is it to train a fucking dolphin to distinguish between enemy or not enemy? Yeah.
I don't think it matters. I think it's
Yeah,
just a
kill
timing.
everybody.
Like
MMA Dolphins, no lie.
they're gonna end up killing somebody. Well, yeah, they have that hand like penis. They're gonna punch somebody out.
Yeah, but
MMA Dolphins.
I'm done with Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
Could you armbar their penis?
Boyer could
Because
with
it's
his
like
mouth.
an
He could
arm?
mouth bar him.
All right.
Here's how you know when your show's over. When the last 7 responses are from Boyer,
Yeah.
time to wrap it up. It's like what his parents should have done. Wrap that shit up. And then you wrap it up, then you won't have little Boyers running around.
All right.
Ladies, you know I rap. Actually, I don't rap. I'm a pull and pray kind of guy, but that's me.
All right, that's right. Go check out May 19th, the Cystic Fibrosis Walk, Chillicothe, Ohio, Yoctangi Park, 1 to 4 p.m. And we
April
are out.
20th?
April 20th, yes.
Tyler Bostic, Fredericktown, April 20th.
Fighting.
Another cystic fibrosis fundraiser at Gibby's in Circleville.
Stand Up to Cystic Fibrosis, Michael Moore and Ace Allen, stand-up comedians. And it starts at 7, doors open at 6. And
Come
they
out
are-
early, get something to eat, and then
Well,
enjoy
or
yourself.
go to the Earth Gathering before and get all ready for the funny shit.
Definitely. And make sure to give Thomas Jackson a hug when you see him. He'll be there. It's his wife. He has to be there. So
Yes.
just awkwardly hug Thomas Jackson. He changes his hair about every 15 minutes, so he might not look the same. So
All right, it could be shaved, it could be out, it could be
he might
a
have
beard,
a mohawk.
could
He
be
might have a
something.
fro. Who knows?
Ladies
hug
and
him up.
gentlemen, mixed martial arts trainer Vincent Herman, Rico Suave motherfucker, ladies man, banging, danging, langing,
Something.
slanging the ladies. Vince
I'm
Herman.
actually a quite nice guy. That's cool.
All right, peace out. At Blue Wall Confess on Twitter. Blue Wall Confessions on Facebook. Like.